of ways we can go about that.
Get out of my stream and into my car.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Well, then.
This is us. We are live. We are talking about turning Rhys on as well as the stream.
Welcome, everyone.
Welcome.
Hello.
Back once more. Twitter post is out if folks want to spread it around.
I will do the tweets.
The tweets. Get them tweets. I don't need to post in Saintguard. He already got it.
Yeah, it's almost like I'm on it.
It's almost like you're on it. You're on it like a boss.
Yeah, it's I mean...
Saints on like Donkey Kong?
Yeah, exactly.
My glasses are so dirty. Oh, my good.
Oh my god, dirty glasses.
Oh my god.
Should also change my nose.
Right, I'm half dead.
Are you?
I mean, I'm injured.
Yeah.
You get beat up that
Oh, I was like dead?
I mean, I beat
I
beat her up too. So
yeah, you were
yeah, it's
you
true.
were beat real badly, but I don't think dead.
let me. Sorry.
How dare you use our same ringer from work? That gives me like horrible flashbacks. Feel like I have PTSD about that ringer.
I'm gonna put... Oh, the judge. Who you have the full name of, but I'm just gonna put the judge for now. Guess I can put that in notes.
That's like outro is fully aware of a previous boss that I used to have at our
God,
work.
Fuck that guy.
And I had a specific like tone that like whenever he IM'd me, it would be this specific tone, and like I said it to somebody else and actually had to change it because it would like bother me when it came in.
Well then. But you have not met her yet.
We also have our back curtain set up now. I don't remember if it was up last week or not, but
Oh, my hair's
shout
everywhere now.
out to Shae's folks. They came over and helped us set it up.
Nice.
Sweet.
All right. There aren't
Thank you,
actually
Shae's folks.
too many important NPCs. Because there's a difference between important and just like named. But yeah, there's a thing. It's in the NPCs folder. It's literally just names and pronouns right now because that's all I really had time to do. I can fill out more stuff later, or you can fill out yourself if you remember stuff about these people.
I was like,
We
fill
handle
them
it.
out. Fill them out as we meet them.
Oh,
and they develop
wait,
as
hold on.
characters.
They need to be able to be shown in your thing. That's another thing. That's my bad. Now you can see it. There you go. You hadn't
We
been
don't
able
need to actually see it. It's fine.
Yeah, there. Okay. Cool. Awesome. Take out these labels. But hi everybody. I was busy working on things, which is why
Things.
yeah. Game things even.
Game
Things and
Gams.
stuff and junk.
Gam things. But yeah, no. Being injured, not good. Luckily you don't have any actual injuries. Because actual injuries are separate from being how do I put this? Being harmed and being injured are two different things. That's how you do it.
You were just really thoroughly boofed around.
Injuries require surgery.
Gotcha.
Well, grievous injuries do. Other injuries just require recuperation. And yeah, it's a whole
Guys,
ass-
look at my shirt.
Oh my goodness.
Why is that a knife?
Because peace was never an option.
That's true. Bleeding is bad. Bleeding can kill you very quickly. When you're bleeding, you cannot restore steps on your damage and peril conditions tracks. Should you continue to suffer blood loss for a number of returns greater than your brawn bonus, you immediately bleed out and are dead. Don't bleed, everybody. That's how you die.
My brawn bonus is pretty high. We're good.
Yeah, sure. I have a bandage, otherwise take some more. Huh. Okay. Anyway, I was just looking at healing stuff because I feel like that might be important for credit. But how is everybody's week? Because that's usually what we talk about at the beginning of this.
I busted my foot and it sucks.
That does suck.
I thankfully did not bust my foot.
That is good.
Yeah, we're alright. We did stuff and things and did more.
I feel like we're being more productive now that we're like at home all the time.
Yeah.
So like I've cleaned out the closet behind me. I did a lot of yard work this week. I vacuumed the floor the other day. So it's like nothing exciting, but like I'm getting a lot of stuff that I should be getting done. You know.
That's good. Hey, that's good.
I don't know what you're talking about. You make sure that your floors are spectacular.
Our microwave came in today.
That's the
what
only
I
way
was
our
excited about.
floor should be. And congratulations on your microwave.
It should be nothing less than spectacular.
Congratulations, it's a microwave.
When your apartment doesn't have one, you realize how important it actually is.
For sure.
Yeah, or you realize how good it can be to have an oven.
Mm-hmm. Well, we have an oven. It's just not a very good oven because it's a basic apartment. So it likes to cook fast and burn faster. But yeah, like when it comes to reheating stuff, it's like, God, I wish I had a. And so I finally caved and got it.
That would do it. That would do it. I haven't been to too many stuff outside of like streaming things. Like work a little on Patreon, and then like I've made some good food though over the last couple days, which is nice. Made some like good udon soup yesterday. I was very pleased. I was very pleased.
Speaking of Patreon, Shae, did you make any pretties yet for Patreon?
I am almost done with the pretty.
Ooh, cool.
I'll have that up in should have it up next week, but what I'm doing basically is I'm designing a character, but I'm letting the audience and other people help design the character. And
nice.
So far, it's like a Grecian lady who's like a cleric or a priest or priestess or of Apollo. So it sounds like it's going to be very Grecian. And then I'm going to use this character and kind of like set these scenes and have like patrons vote like, okay, here's the scene, what do you do? And then, let people vote, and then I draw the scene after that, and then present another scene, have people draw it, and then just develop a story like that.
Cool. I actually got a pretty picture of Vice from Asteni.
Yes.
She is so good.
Can we show that on stream? Is that something that...
Yeah, let me... It's posted somewhere.
It's in the Zweihander art.
It's in the Zweihander art. I'm going to pull that bad boy up because it looks so good.
I mean, she got the mask that I found dead on.
Yeah.
Like, I am just so impressed with the mask.
Yeah, the mask is very, very good. I was watching yesterday and it was like, this is what they look like.
Vice.
They are so pretty.
Vice. 70% mask.
It's gonna
30% sky.
It's gonna be a real shame when one of two things happens. Either it's gonna be a real shame with either Vice dies or Vice is unmasked.
Hey, you can't take off the mask. It's the way.
I mean, and basically, if he gets unmasked, he has to die.
Yes, that is very true.
If we were going to be dramatic, it would be he gets unmasked and then like something horrible, like the killer cuts his throat or something.
That's what the end of the conspiracy is.
But if Vice dies, Vice will go out like a boss, and that's all that matters.
Punch everyone.
Take everybody in the room with him.
Yes.
He suplexes the demon train.
Look, if
you gotta suplex the demon train, okay?
Vice, that's not a smoke bomb. That's a Molotov cocktail, and you just blow yourself up by accident.
I mean, Vice is gonna take off the mask, and he was the face changer all along.
Look, if
that's how the face changer dies, is when the face changer tries to steal his face and just takes a mask, but there's no life behind it.
If they were a face dancer the whole time, that would have just been like.
I like Golden's idea. Take 3d10 damage if I lose the mask.
Nah, 3 corruption when you lose the mask. I like
there you go. That's true. That's a good one.
Corruption.
I dig it.
Yeah. Corruption is the better thing.
That makes sense actually because of mystery.
Wait, we're all in agreement though. The end of this campaign, we find out that Vice is just Kaiser Sose the whole time.
You're damn right.
They had a limp.
So was it me?
What a twist!
That's a twist. All right. Are we ready to roll?
I think we are.
I am ready.
Yeah, is everyone else ready? That's a better question.
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm awake and good to go.
Ready when you are.
Okay, cool. So last time, y'all have been chasing down the members of this insidious conspiracy that all started on the Ivory Rose. I remember the name of the ship this time, unlike last time. That all started on the disappearances of the Ivory Rose. And you've continued tracking it down to a variety of people, including of Vice's former employer, Ali Al-Akraf Bahar, aka Mr. Bahar. A magnate out in the city. You went to his estate, you drank his stuff, you accused him of many things, some of which was correct, and then you left to go track down a mercenary in Roxani in the Ruby District. There was some pit fighting. There was much pit fighting actually. Vice destroyed some people, aka the rickshaw. And there was much respect had between them, which was good. And then Roxani and Creta went at it, and Creta got injured, but beat Roxani and got the information that the group needed, which is leading them to the judge.
Just real quick, I do not mean to be a jerk, but I am checking my phone throughout because I will be an uncle at some point this evening. So
congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, congratulations. Yeah.
So I am on the lookout.
Thank you for letting us know in advance.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good thing to do. Yeah, so that's your main things. You also heard about a certain from Mr. Bahar, or Vice. I think Vice heard about her from Mr. Bahar, which was Ifit al-Hachmi, the militia.
Yes, I did inform the group as soon as I got out of the meeting.
Cool. Yeah. The militia commander who has some issues with the stewards.
Really quickly,
or the priest of the stewards, I should say. The stewards
sorry.
God, but yeah. No, please.
At some point before we go investigate that, Vice actually really wants to get in contact with Divna and Miriana.
Okay, yeah, sure.
I want to see if I can try to, at the very least, keep them as friends, and potentially like turn them as contacts for myself.
Ooh, I like this. Okay, yeah, totally. How are you going about this? Because I want to know generally, what skill are you trying to use here?
So probably some kind of.
Seems like a charm mostly.
Yeah.
But nothing else.
Bringing up my character sheet now.
Yeah, you could also just bribe them. But you know, it is what it is. It basically it depends on what your approach is here.
Okay, so how about I use my guile and kind of like leave a message in a dead drop location that they would have access to or something like that?
Do you want them both there at the same time, or is it two separate meetings?
2 separate meetings would probably be better.
Okay.
Just in case one doesn't agree, then I can, you know.
Yeah, so we'll do 2 separate guile rolls.
Okay.
I think this will be a little bit challenging, mostly because doing dead drops is just a little bit challenging.
Gotcha.
So especially in a society where the fastest means of communication is on foot for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we'll see. So yeah, let's see how that goes.
Ooh, that one didn't work.
No, that did not. So that one was from Miriana. This one will be from Difna.
Hey, that one worked.
All right, cool. So you're not gonna get into contact with Miriana unless you go out and find her.
Okay.
But Difna will pick that up, and you have the bar where you met her.
Mm-hmm.
It was the last session or the session before, 2 sessions ago.
Yeah, I'll make sure that it's somewhere where like Bahar wouldn't normally have contacts and things of that nature. So like we probably wouldn't meet at the same bar.
Right.
But
still in the Lapis district.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
I wouldn't want to take her like super out of her comfort zone or anything. I just don't want to meet somewhere where she would get in trouble.
Are you I mean, this is.
I would let the group know before I leave, by the way, so it's not like I'm just like disappearing or anything. So if anybody does want to come, they can.
I was gonna ask, are you bringing anybody with you for this?
I mean, everybody or no one, depending on who wants to come. So
I'm good to go.
I'm fine with either.
Okay.
I mean, at the very least, they could back up my story about what Bahar's been up to. So
This is true. But yeah, I don't. Who met? Did anybody else meet Difna? I think it was. Only
I believe
one of
Aluka did.
Yeah.
I think I did.
Yeah. She's the for reminder for everybody. Difna was the Imperial deserter.
Mm-hmm.
She was the one with the limp. And
So
like
their Kaiser Sose.
she was Kaiser Sose the whole time. Yeah, so I think other than Calliope, is anybody else, or do y'all want to do? Everybody gets to do things because the only set thing we really have right now is intercepting the judge, who's gonna be at some point gonna be at the. I gave a name for this place. I just remind myself. It's the Emperor's Club, or the Emperor's Club.
I would like to rest a little bit.
Fair.
I don't know if it'll help me by the time they're ready to move, but
We will look at harm and healing stuff for sure.
Okay.
For you, because that's a little bit more involved in this game. Because of course this is a grim and perilous game.
Grim and Perilous.
Grim and perilous games. If you get injured, it's much more difficult to heal, and you probably will need the help to. You're like fairly injured, if I remember correctly. Like fairly injured as in like you're fairly far down the track. That's the term.
Yeah, I'm halfway down the peril track.
You will probably need somebody with the heal skill to help you out. But we'll get to that. So that's cool.
Also, hello to the Lollygaggers hosting us. They're another
Thank you.
Zweihander channel. Big shout outs to them. They usually run right after us, so give them some love.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you for the host. So yeah, if you want like Iluka to help you out, because I know Iluka has the heal skill.
I feel
do
like
not
I
have
look
the
at Vice
heal
are like a
skill.
team.
That's me.
You have
I
to
have
get
the
the
heal.
heal. That's right. Okay, Calliope has it. Okay, I was like, somebody has it. I know someone has it in this group.
I can patch them up.
Okay, we'll get to that. But for now,
Vice will fix credits. Fine.
let's do Vice and Calliope going to some bar in the Lapis district, where you're meeting Difna. And again, like most bars in this setting, like they are crowded affairs. It's lots of common. It's like a generally big common areas. There's not a lot of like, yes, you have like a table of 4. It's like no, you have like benches and like big benches and tables. Especially in the Lapis district, because it's like sailors bars. Like sailors don't care. If they really want to make space between people, they will lift the goddamn table and the benches and move them. But yeah, you meet. It's loud, it's rowdy. But this is a place that you know, that Mr. Bahar's contacts usually aren't at.
Okay.
You sit down. Difna comes in, like she still has her limp, and she's trying generally keeping her head down, like she has a hood on. She takes it off and like sits down at the table, just like, well, what? She's like, first it's like, hi. She's like, so what is this about?
Divna, it is a pleasure. Let me introduce my friend Calliope.
Custodian lunch over you.
She nods, just like, okay. Looks back to you guys.
Custodian take you.
I am coming here to inform you about some disturbing news about Mr. Bahar, unfortunately. We have found out that he may be having some dealings, at the very least, assisting someone in some kind of summoning of demons or some kind of conspiracy. I wanted to reach out and make sure you were aware of this and make sure you stay safe.
Oh, she kind of like blinks a few times, like looks around, just like, okay, that's, and this is where we'll see the charm, because you're just like laying the truth out and being like, yo,
Yo.
this is what it is. So we'll see how it is, because this is a case of like she needs like some assurance of like, because she hadn't heard anything about this.
So can I actually get an assist from Calliope, because I have no charm.
Clive, do you have charm?
I have punching, no charm.
Do I have charm? Charm is under fellowship. I do have charm.
Oh,
Oh,
I
you
like
have the
it.
charm skill. All right, cool. Roll charm. It's gonna be standard. She's like, she doesn't have any reason. She doesn't have like, technically have like, she doesn't have any reason to doubt you specifically. She's got reason to doubt the information you're giving her.
Yeah, it's just crazy. It's a crazy story.
So there's blind, which of
Oh!
course.
Oh.
Well, there you go.
There you go. I'm just here to serve as the arcane.
Yeah,
It's
exactly. Look, you like it's a thing for her of like, Vice. She doesn't know you that well, but you showed up with like a priestess who's also definitely looks like an aristocrat, and she's just like, what is going on? And I think that's really kind of what like part of what tips her off is just like, this is like something's going on here.
Yeah, like this is serious.
Dead drop and like okay, that's I don't know how I can help with that, but obviously getting away from Mr. Bahar, he pays for most of what I do, so do you have any where should I go?
So I could of course assist you in payment. It is up to you if you want to leave Bahar's service or not, though. If you did stay, I would ask that you maybe provide us some information. If you are insistent on leaving, which I totally understand, I could hire you myself as an informant for our group, perhaps.
If you are going to pay me, then of course I can do that. It's mostly a case of I'm not going. My big thing, as you know, is not going back to where I came from.
I understand.
And Mr. Bahar gave me some of that protection. So.
I kind of look at her and grin, and I'm like, "Don't worry, we have the muscle covered."
Yeah, she's just like, okay, yes, sure. Where? I mean, do you have anything you want to know now, or?
Anything particularly odd that he has asked for lately?
All right.
Maybe like a specifically strange contact that you've never had before, or an odd object that he has been on the lookout for.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll for her.
Okay.
Oh, okay. She actually knows something.
Cool.
She got a good roll. Yeah, she like thinks a little bit. Says, well, he's been going to this money changer a lot. For lots of transactions, I think is the word. And it's like more than usual because he goes to court a lot, but like this is outside of that. And there's a lot of money moving around that I don't really know, but
money changer as in someone who would change one currency to another. So a lot of so it's a lot of currency coming from like the Imperium or the other place, right?
The Covenant, yeah, the Empire and the Covenant, yeah, 100%.
So like not City of Pearls
money.
Currency.
So money changers. So the interesting thing with money changers in a place like this is there are banks, but like money changers also can also fill in that banker role, especially if they're attached to a bank. In this case, it's more of a case of like this is actually like we're going through different currencies and exchanging for currencies. It makes sense here, but that like with the Ivory Rose and stuff, it makes sense that like he would be doing that, but like obviously she thinks something. Divna thinks something. So.
Okay.
And she'll give you a name for this money changer as well. And we'll put it down on the NPC sheet because we have one.
Yeah.
This money changer's name is Bebi, B-E-B-I. Their pronouns are they, them. They're on the NPC sheet.
Cool. I ask her next, how much does he normally offer monetarily? I, of course, would not want you to lose your standard of living.
Oh, look at you. So good to people. I love it. Let me look up how much people get paid. Because that's a thing in this game. And there's like freaking pay rates for so many different people. Which is great. I like that. That helps me out as a GM, actually. Is informant one of the things on here? Probably not. there just like a rumor monger that's on here? Tent maker. That's not what I need. There's a stevedore one. Wow, stevedores get paid nothing. That doesn't surprise me. Just how little they get paid is. For those wondering, a stevedore gets paid 2 brass pennies a day.
By the way, speaking of payment, did I actually make any money on that last fight?
Oh.
I didn't even think about that until just now.
Yeah, the fighters should have made something.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, you should have made something. Let me think. What would you make from that? Like,
I know why Lucas certainly didn't make anything. That was a bad bet.
I lost 2 silver last session.
I remember how much I made.
I was gonna say Calliope made some good money.
Made some good money.
Yeah, let me think like how much like a pit fighter would make basically. They have things for like mercenaries, but not for like pit fighters. For like a fight, because you were there for like one fight, but like you're also kind of a big deal, as we know. So I think probably like, let's say like, I don't know, 50 brass pennies. I think because you're basically a title fight. Like,
sounds good.
That makes sense. For her as an informant, I think like per day thing, she would have probably been paid not a whole lot, honestly. I'm just like looking through all this stuff and being like, none of these are quite what I want. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. She's like 4 brass pennies a day.
Oh, I can certainly do that. I gave you a silver the other day. I will give you another silver now, and that will cover you for a while.
Yes, it will. Well, for a few days at least. Because a silver shilling's 12 brass pennies. So like.
Oh, I'm thinking 100 for summer. Okay.
Yeah, no. The conversion rates are totally different.
Okay, so
it's 1 to 12.
I would give her
1 to 20.
So I would give her 3, and then she should be covered for a while. Okay.
That would be like 3 would be like a little over a week, like, which is pretty good for her at one time. Just like, great, thanks. Yeah, the conversion rate is 1 silver shilling is 12 brass pennies, and 20 silver shillings is a gold crown, which means 1 gold crown is 240 brass pennies. It's a whole lot of money. But yeah,
you know what? Could we actually get like a handout thing that has the conversion rate? Because that would probably be super helpful.
Yeah, totally. That's really fair. Let's put it in world basics. I think just be like conversion rates. What are they?
You should also be able to find it on trappings. I think. Yeah, trappings at the bottom of the sheet.
Oh,
does it have a
I didn't even know it had it on there. That's amazing.
It doesn't convert brass pennies to gold crowns though.
Well, not directly, but yeah, it does. It
still
literally does.
Having them written down is still helpful.
Oh, it
1
does.
gold crown
You're right.
is 20 silver shillings, or
oh, okay.
Oh,
that's an update.
We don't have to write it down.
Yeah, that's
Thank
new.
you.
I don't recall that being there.
I did not even see that.
Thank you.
I'm literally in that page changing my money as I'm giving her shillings and like totally missed the conversion down the bottom.
Thank you. I think it's Rocket Orca who did the new sheets. I can't remember.
If you want,
awesome.
I think, but that's me trying to remember from Twitter because they had
No, she's only been doing the manual character sheets.
Doing the manual ones? Okay, then.
Yeah.
Thank you to the person who makes the Zweihander character sheets. Cool. Well, there you go. There's the conversion rates. But yeah, she like takes the money, pockets it. Just, well, thank you. If you need something, you can. She gives you a location that like you can find me here.
Okay.
It's like I'll keep my ear out, so to speak.
It is much appreciated. Thank you again, Didna.
Nods and turns to you, Climby. Good to meet you.
Yes, it was a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
She gets up and limps away.
Just before she leaves, I say, "Stay safe out there."
That's you as well.
May the custodian watch over you.
All right. So I will head back to the group,
Okay.
and we will give them a heads up about the money change.
Okay.
I assume
cool.
she gave me like who it was too, not just.
Yes.
Bebby.
Bebby, Bebby,
Mhm.
they're a money changer.
Okay, so that's another thing we can explore
Yes.
because we already have the Al Hakim lead, but we also have Bebby.
Yeah. You got many leads. Like y'all got people to go in to follow up
Shake
on.
down.
Yeah. So, Greta, let's talk about how injuries work, or how being harmed works, and how to deal with that.
I am perfectly fine. I lean over to Calliope. I'm not fine.
I am not fine.
I'm fine. I do not need this.
It's fine. We're all fine here. How are you?
Is it actually not in hazards and healing? Is it in combat instead?
Not sure.
I'm just trying to find this the part where it's like, hey, this is how you deal with not being dead. I'm just gonna go look in the book. It'll be easier. Okay, damage. Okay, I know that part. I don't need to worry about diseases right now, game. Don't come at me with diseases. That part's not important right now.
Stop giving the GM ideas.
Not yet. It is.
All right, here we go.
I thought you were gonna say stop giving the GM diseases.
That too.
So you are currently at moderately wounded?
3 down the track. Yes.
Moderately wounded. Okay, so yeah, you'll find that healing in Zweihander is oftentimes a lengthy proposition as characters carry their wounds over from session to session. It's a good idea being in combat to announce to everyone where their character is on the damage condition track, which everybody except for Kreta is unharmed, I believe. Except for maybe Vice. I don't know where Vice is on that.
No, I'm unharmed.
Okay, cool. So, okay. Bind wounds recover. You can improve your condition on the damage condition track with a successful heal test. You'll be healed in this manner once every 24 hours, no matter whether it's successful or not. Depending on where you're at on the damage condition track, the worse the difficulty rating of the heal test gets. Okay, so you're not at lightly wounded, because lightly wounded, if you do it, you automatically succeed. Everything below that, you gotta succeed as a heal test. So, in order to treat a wounded patient, a caregiver must have a bandage, which is expended as part of the treatment, and be left under it for at least 10 minutes. And with a successful test, you go up 1. Okay, cool. So, Calliope, you were gonna heal Kreta?
Yeah, I don't have bandages on me, but I could buy them easily.
Yes, you could buy them. They're fairly cheap, I think.
I'm not worried about cheap.
Yeah, you're not worried about money. Everybody else is. You're just like, money. What is that? Unlike everybody else, you're like, money's not that much of an object. Not that much.
Yeah. So,
I would like to purchase some bandages as well.
Yeah. How much are they if you're on that page?
I'm not on the page. I'm looking in the compendium right now.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out which category it's under.
If you find it before I do outro, let me know how much they are.
Give me a sec.
See,
Entertainment, full plate, housing and property.
Trappings.
It's somewhere in trappings. I'm just. Oh, it's under medicine. That makes sense.
Oh, is it medicine? Okay.
Wait. Oh, the medicine section is blank. I'll just look for it in the book. It'll be easier.
The medicine section is not blank at all.
Oh, it was for me. That's weird.
Give it a second to load.
I think it just didn't load. Okay.
Bandage by the strip is 1 silver shilling, so I can
There you
buy
go.
1 bandage.
You can also make bandages, but that's a whole thing. That's a thing of you need honey and a couple other things.
It's actually more expensive than I thought it was.
So,
Yeah, it is.
A strip of bandage, is that like a rolled up strip, or
It
you
is-
can use it multiple times, or is it just like one little
You
little
use
Band-Aid?
it one. It's per basically. It's 1
Okay.
silver shilling per use of bandage is essentially the conversion there.
I can throw the silver in.
No, don't worry. You'll pay me back eventually.
Yeah, of course I will.
Okay.
So 1 crown
You can
is 20.
getting bandages is not a problem of you don't need to find them or anything. You can get one.
Yeah.
At least one if y'all don't want to buy more.
I'm gonna convert my remaining gold over to shillings, and buy 5 bandages.
Nice. All right, so you should have 15 shillings left over.
Yep.
Money's not a problem for you until it is.
Money's not a problem for me until I have to pay for bandages.
So
I'm still fairly good.
The healing test here is a routine heal test.
Even with the bandage doesn't help much?
The bandage, you have to spend the bandage in order to do
Oh,
it.
sorry, excuse me. Routine is plus 10. That's
Yeah,
nothing to
routine's
sneeze
plus
at.
10. Yeah.
Okay. So I will make that heal. Boom.
Hey, that's a crit
what
success.
about-
Nice.
What about peril conditions? Because I have a peril condition.
Peril conditions are dealt with by getting a good night's sleep, basically.
Cool. Then
Yeah.
that's clearly what I was doing while all the rest of this nonsense was going on.
Yes.
We're taking in
So
the salt.
with a successful heal, yeah, also smelling salts can do it. With a successful heal test, you move 1 step up. This means that if you're grievously wounded, you're
That's
now
a crit.
seriously wounded. Oh, well, yeah, and I was gonna read that. A critical success allows you to move 2 steps up instead of 1.
I am
So you should
invincible.
be
No, thank you.
uninjured.
I am unharmed now.
Yeah, there you go. Very, very. She's very, very effective at it. Calliope, turns out Calliope
I'm
knows.
quite good at my job.
But yeah,
It feels
peril
so
threshold
much
stuff.
better.
It is. You rest to recover, so you need. You must find a place of warmth and safety, and then sleep. After resting for at least 6 uninterrupted hours, you move all steps up, back to unhindered.
I'm just going to assume that I can sleep for 6 hours in the temple.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I've never been interrupted before, except rarely. Okay, so from time to time, I've probably been interrupted.
I would
but-
say nobody interrupts you because you're in the temple. So
Tell me
Thank
you
you.
sleep in like a warm saltwater bath.
I mean, don't you sleep in a warm saltwater bath?
Are you saying
It sounds nice right now, to be honest with you.
Do
like
not
hot,
interrupt them.
but,
They're
like,
in
warm.
intense prayer. You know?
Why did you wake up all pruned?
Oh, fun. If you use smelling salts more than once in a 24-hour period,
You get corruption.
Well, you get corruption regardless, but if you use it more than once, it has the opposite intended effect.
Oh no.
Don't give people smelling salts multiple times, folks.
Good to know. That sounds like fun, actually.
Wake up, wake up.
Luca,
Hi.
what would you like to be doing during this time? We have some, basically, a little bit of downtime before y'all make your next move, because, we have people meeting with people, we got people resting up. What do you do? Other
like
than
to-
buy bandages.
Meet up with my face dancer friend if I can find them.
With Nuria? Ooh,
Yeah.
that's gonna be a whole thing with
Well,
finding
I
them.
won't go out of my way to find them.
Okay. There is no luck save. There is no luck save in this game, so I can't be like, roll a luck save. This isn't Stars Outnumber. But you are looking for them.
You could just do a flat number or a roll and give.
I
a
could.
number.
I could do that. Yeah, let's do it. You need a 25 or lower for her to appear. It's a low chance that she's just around.
Yeah, I didn't get that.
Oh, that's a crit fail too.
You find them,
That-
but not in the way you intended.
How do I
No.
crit fail on a
It's a-
flat roll?
No, it's a flat roll. It doesn't actually matter. Yeah, you just don't know where she is. It's almost like she doesn't want to be found.
Done.
Makes sense. I don't know. I would like to. I don't have the ability to make things because I need to have a what's it called? I need
You
to
need
have a
tools to do
focus. You need to have a focus to craft things.
You do? Just
Yeah, you need to have a focus in a area that
Oh, I thought
relates,
you
like
need-
tradecraft, or like if I'm making medicine.
Tradecraft's not a focus. Tradecraft is just a skill.
Yeah, but the focus in tradecraft, like that correlates to tradecraft, is what I'm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I feel like. Okay.
I was looking into it a little bit last week when I was thinking about making something out of the kelp.
Yeah, because for me here, I'm looking at Materia Medica, here. It doesn't say you need a focus to do it. It just says
Oh.
you need to do a test.
Oh. Well, then
So
maybe
you,
we'll
like-
follow, because I was looking, I think I was just looking in the trapping section of the trappings.
Oh, you need to. You have to
Materials and craftsmanship is where I was looking at it.
Yeah,
and
no, you
then-
need to look at like the whatever section, like whatever like specific like thing you're trying to make, because some things have like unique crafting rules basically. If you're trying to make, I think that section is like if you're trying to make something like unique. Like
yeah,
if you're, like-
I think what caught me off is providing you have the appropriate focus as outlined in skills, you can attempt to craft any trapping in this chapter.
that's the any trapping in this chat. Like if you want to make
Okay.
a weapon, you need to do that. I think is generally what that means. Like you want to make a
Gotcha.
weapon or armor. But like
So I would like to
bandages-
make a laudanum, but that says there's something outlined in hazards and healing.
laudanum. Okay, in order to prepare laudanum, you have to
I think
have
that's
a
for
rank
peril.
alchemy, which you has.
Laudanum prevents one instance of damage to a character.
It's damage.
okay.
Smelling salts is for peril,
Mhm.
and
I
laudanum
see.
is for damage. You need a laboratory. You need access to a laboratory. You need alchemy. You need a seed pod of opium, which is expended as part of the preparation,
I do
and then-
not have a seed pod of opium.
and then be left uninterrupted for at least 1d10 plus 1 hours.
Outro,
Yeah, I
you wanna
can't
go
make
buy
a
some
laudanum. I
drugs?
can't make anything. I have this kelp that does nothing for me.
It could do something. You could make like you're just not gonna make any.
yeah,
of
I'll
these
make
things out
I'll
of it.
make a kelp oil face cream to sell to the aristocrat women's.
Excellent.
How about that?
Okay. Well, yeah. Let's figure out what skill that might be. Do you have tradecraft? Is that something you have?
I do have tradecraft.
Then let's do a tradecraft, because that is a tradecraft. It's not an actual heal, because you're just making you're making stuff that doesn't actually help somebody.
I mean, kelp oil is known
It
to be
helps
good
them
for
have
the
a
skin.
softer face.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good for reducing pore size.
It's fine. Yeah. So let's do tradecraft. It's gonna be just like routine. You have access to a place to do it, which is like.
I totally imagine Aluka like is those sea salt people from the mall like chasing people down like here you must try this kelp.
The people that try to sell you that thing that makes your fingernails extra
Yes.
shiny.
Yes.
What?
Hey, I got a 4.
Oh wow, that's a very good roll.
Guess what?
Yeah.
It was high quality kelp too, which means that I made really, really good kelp oil.
I mean,
Of
that's the only
course.
reason you can sell it to the aristocratic women. Otherwise, you'd only be able to sell it to the middle class women. There you go.
Kelp oil. Well, you need to determine a price for this because this is a luxury item and it's high quality.
Okay. So also remove kelp, like from your normal.
I did. I changed it into
Okay.
kelp oil HQ.
I'm gonna look at trapping stuff and see how much like trade goods are worth. Give me an idea. This is where if I was playing Stars Without Number, I'd go to fucking Sons of Gold and just look at that.
And see here, I'm like, I see Alika over there is playing Blades in the Dark,
Yes.
setting up their Hawker crew. It's fine.
Yeah, Hawker crew over here. It's fine.
Getting
there's
ready
an
for the
extra
score.
thing. Oh wait. Oh, a pit fight ticket is 7 brass pennies. Who knew? Keep that in mind later, Vice. Sack of ambergris. Oh my gosh. Elimination. What is happening? Yeah, this is crafting like if you I understand why this is here. Okay, this did not actually help me. This did not Oh, that's what it encourages you to do. Instead of just buying bandages, if you want to make your own, it's slightly cheaper to just be like, get some ragged cloth and get some honey. If you want to make like a bunch of them.
Oh.
I probably wouldn't go that route though.
Probably not.
Being a rich snob, I'd be like, no, I'm gonna buy these and you'll just pay me back later.
Fair. Do we have like jar of sugar, tea leaves. Okay, this is more what I want. Oh, jar of rare spices, 1 gold coin. Excellent. You know what? It's high quality stuff. But you also made it in this like shack thing, so I think it balances out. Let's go with the same price as a jar of coffee. It's 7 silver shillings for that.
Okay. Can
I think that's
I?
some good
Do
ass
I
coffee.
think? Do you think that I can sell this at this time?
Let's
Should
make a roll. Let's make a
Uh,
roll. See if you can. See who you
Which
can sell
should
it
I
to.
roll? Bargain,
let's-
a trade craft?
Yeah, it's bargain. Bargain. This is bargain is for selling things, right?
All right.
Yeah.
Is it routine again
Commercial
or?
Let's see. Broker, not broker, trade dealer, interpret. It's used to haggle prices. Okay, let's just do standard.
Standard bargain.
Actually, since you're selling to a different social class, this is actually gonna be challenging.
Oh, the drat.
I know. I'm sorry, but that is what it is.
Hey, 17
it's fine
anyway.
Yeah, so you're able to freaking sell that. You know, it's worth 7 silver shillings, but you know, you're a good salesperson. It's 10 silver shillings.
Oh shit!
Yeah, look at that profit. Because that makes sense. Like you're selling to the upper class. They don't know, and it does actually, you know, make their face more beautiful. So
It does actually work. It's kelp oil is used in Where's My Lotion? Kelp oil is in this. Look, kelp and sea minerals. It says so right on the
there
front.
you go. Look, Luca's just super ahead of their time. It's fine. It's fine. Just very ahead of their time. You sell to some of Calliope's friends, aristocratic friends.
Yeah.
And I totally don't.
That's all I
listen.
wanted to do in this downtime. I made
Well,
10 silver shillings. I am 10 silver shillings closer to getting my main gauche, so it's fine.
No, there you go. Clive, one of your rich friends is gonna come to you it's very soon. Just be like, oh my god, I just tried this great kelp oil. And you're just gonna be like, I know where this is from.
I know where this is from. I'm like, oh god, you didn't actually try that, did you?
Don't you know that gives you hives? Like,
no, that would have been if Aluka had mixed it with like manure as well, just to. I'm like, it's this new manure / kelp oil treatment. It's so great. It's like you have shit on your face.
The smell scares away the poor people.
Yeah.
Oh god.
And what's worse is I could see that happening, like on the same tangent of this game, but the show The Great that's on Hulu, there's a joke in there that all the noble women, because you know it's Russia before they become enlightened, they're wearing the powdered wigs wrong, and they're basically wearing them like hats. And at one point, Catherine gets so fed up with them, she just points out how dumb they are wearing the hats wrong. And that would be this scene. It's like, oh yeah, I've got this great new treatment. It's like, you're doing it wrong. Stop.
cool. But yeah, so that I think that this like all happens over the course of like a day, because obviously Credit has to recover and Haikika has to like not be imperiled. Yeah, and so
Roll 20 just crashed on me. Just a warning.
It
Yeah,
also crashed
Jesus.
on me.
Yeah, mine too.
No, it came right back up.
Hey,
It said attempting to reconnect and popped me right back in. So
I'm gonna just refresh the page.
I'm going to refresh mine because it has not come back yet.
We have a couple of events could go on once Roll 20 recovers.
I mean, we can go without it.
Mm-hmm. For a moment, yeah.
I have a handful of dice. It's fine.
My dice are over there and walking.
Y'all probably won't need any dice. But there are two events. We'll go one at a time. We will go one at a time because one will precede the other. So, the next day, y'all are like walking around and like you're at the bar, the frickin' triangle, the bar that's in the triangle between the districts. And you see there's like a large crowd that's heading towards the Bloodstone district. Is anybody curious?
I am absolutely
I would definitely
curious.
check it out.
What the fuck is going on this time?
Yeah, you all like follow. You're like, what's going on?
I'm
this
probably
time?
following the crowd, but like subconsciously. I'm not purposely doing it. I'm just kind of swept up in the tide of it.
Yeah, so you head into the Bloodstone District, which we haven't like been to very much. The Bloodstone District is the science. It is like the occult district of the
Science.
city. Like, it's a little bit spooky. It's also where the university is. So there's like a lot of students here. It's also where the rollers are. So there's like lots of students, lots of printing presses, and lots of law enforcement because they wanted to camp down on the first two. So, there are also hospitals here, which of course, Calliope, you would know about because you have a relationship. You have at least somewhat of a relationship with the priesthood of the martyr.
And it's where Vice lives. Yay!
Yeah, and it's where Vice lives. Exactly.
So Vice probably knows the place pretty well.
Yeah, 100%. You're headed to one of the basically the Bloodstone district has a bunch of anywhere there's a large intersection or clearing, there are stages set up. And those stages have a variety of heralds and just sometimes it's just people being putting out their political manifestos or whatever up there. And you follow this large crowd to this stage, and you see someone who you've seen before, mostly because you antagonized him.
Is it a stage or is it a small amphitheater?
Or is it a gallows where he's about to...
I already know who it is, and I'm like, oh, this guy again.
Yeah.
This asshole.
It's a
turns
stage,
right around and goes back to the bar.
It's one of those stages that can be used for public humiliation or for gallows if the need be, but usually it's for public speaking, or public performances. But yeah, no, Rhysgar, the raggedy ass noble y'all saw antagonized a few days ago, is up there, and opposite him, with some pretty well armed guards, is a figure y'all have never seen. He's extremely noble in his bearing. He's tall. He's clean shaven. He has that long, slightly curly hair that Aragorn has. And he has a very ornate cane that he's leaning on his right side. And he's just looking down at Rhysgar, who is spewing vitriol at him and then also trying to convince the crowd. And he's shouting about how he is the true heir to the throne of Abifa, and this other person is just kind of standing there, just looking at him disapprovingly. And eventually Rhysgar runs out of breath and kind of just pauses for a bit to catch his breath, and this person walks forward and kind of just pushes him with the cane, and Rhysgar falls. And he starts speaking. He speaks in flawless Sidethi, and he just says, "You are a disgrace to everything that the city of Abifa is about. Now get out of my sight before I have you struck down." And Rhysgar puts up is about to raise an objection. He just gets hit with the cane again, just told you to lay off it. Rhysgar gets off the stage. This guy turns to the crowd again, leaning on his staff, leaning on his cane a little bit. I think Calliope and Lucas, since you're practiced in medicine, you know this guy. This guy has a cane for a real reason. This is not a fashion cane.
No fashion canes here.
This guy actually, he has a limp from something.
Everybody has a limp. This man is also Kaiser Sose.
Everyone's Kaiser Sose, it turns out. And he just goes you may not know, but this man has been trying to claim my parents' throne. I am Prince Farhad. If anyone else should say that they claim my throne, bring them to me, and they shall meet the justice of Abifa. And he just goes off the stage, and the crowd is just the crowd is silent, and then just everybody starts shouting at each other.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Abifa has no legal authority here, correct?
No, it does not.
All right.
Abifa is part of the Covenant. It is its own. It's a city state that's part of a larger polity.
Yeah, I'm gonna step forward then.
Okay.
Nobody says they're the law except me.
Okay, you're just gonna go through the crowd and step over to the prince? Is that what you're doing, or there's a crowd here?
Oh yeah. I've been trying to make my way forward, and I'll catch him. I'm not going to do this in front of people because that would be rude.
It would be incredibly rude.
So I'm
Vice
just
will do it.
So, yeah, Vice would do it. So I'm just going to approach him once he's stepped aside.
Yeah, he like his guards stop you first because they see you coming and they like stop you.
Oh yeah.
And one of them like goes just like, my my lord, like we have somebody wants to wishes to speak with you. He turns, and he looks you up and down, just like,
Prince Farhad Al-Abifa, son of Mimir Sahar of Abifa, correct?
what is it you want, Imperial?
Just a word.
Well, then speak.
If you need assistance with the law, you come to me. You are not the law here. You are a ruler of your own kingdom.
Well, I appreciate that, and I appreciate that this fair republic, he says that like a little vitriol, this fair republic is so fond of its mercenaries. But why not? You are Slayer after all, am I correct?
You're not wrong.
Just like waits for you to give a response, just like, come on.
Oh, I said you are not wrong.
Okay, I didn't hear you, that's why I was like,
Yeah, sorry.
okay.
I was like, I don't want to scoot over closer to the one mic, and I don't want to double talk either.
Fair. So, if that is very much the case, I think I could, if I do need the assistance of your company, I can hire them. But otherwise, it is up to people of your city to deal with these claimants. As you are correct, I am not the law here. But it is for them to decide whether that is the case. Is it not?
Very well. That is all.
No,
May
it's-
your stay in our city see you well.
No, it's just like, I appreciate that. And he turns to the guards, come, let's go, we've got other places to be. And they, like, turn, and they walk off.
I was walking off before him.
Fair.
I walked off first. I win.
I
Yes, I did.
did first.
You're
yeah,
fine. No, I quit.
The rest of you, yeah, this crowd, everybody's, like, kind of shouting, like talking to each other, being like, what does this mean? It's like, did you hear the other people are talking about, like, other people have claimed this throne, and, like, it's, like, it is chaos, but this is the Bloodstone District. Discussions are encouraged. But yeah, there are also definitely some people who are probably from the Covenant who are just shouting at each other, in Mathari, just, like, being like, because they're grudge, like, the thing from people from the Covenant is that they're grudge-bearing. That's generally something about people from the Covenant, and they're definitely showing it here.
Does it look like
I go
the
back
fight
to the
may
bar.
crap?
To the bar!
This is silly. Everybody knows Vice is the rightful heir.
I
Vice
know
claims
that. It
the
checks
throne.
out.
That would be a funny, like, front for a pit fighter. It's just like, I am the king!
Why do you think
I
he
will
wears the
show
mask?
through my martial prowess.
Look, I bet there's one of the people in the circuit is definitely like, I am the heir to this throne. I must reclaim my throne through pit fighting.
I mean, it's the perfect cover. Nobody knows that he's the prince if he's wearing a mask.
Exactly. See.
Mysterious.
Yeah. So you have now all met the prince, which is the person I was talking about before the stream. Like this person I'm describing. Yeah. Yeah, but you head back to the bar. The bar, like whoever's at the bar, the bartender's like, "The hell is that?"
That was the prince.
Prince? You mean the prince? You know.
It's the prince that was promised that wasn't really promised because it was actually not Sansa. What's the other one?
It was Farhad Al-Abifa.
No, it's just like no,
My answer was funnier.
your answer was going somewhere. It was
Sorry,
going
I'm
to get
real.
there.
I am really bad at picking up jokes.
Kreda also
I mean,
didn't
it's-
introduce me to the prince, so there's that.
Would you like me to introduce you to him?
I'm a woman of noble station. Of course I would like to be introduced to the prince.
Alright, I'll try to set up a meeting.
This is what we're doing. This is good.
No, this is how we take over a Ibiza. We get
Perfect.
Yeah,
The prince is single, yes.
Yes,
or
we get Calliope
or
to
at least
marry
has
him.
enough wives that he can pay attention to me.
I'm glad this is turning to Crusader Kings. I like it.
Shit,
We
we'll
just-
marry him.
we
It's
just
fine.
we just make sure that the kid is allied with us,
Mm.
and
There
you
you go.
know, accidents happen.
Accidents happen.
Um,
Now it's Mountain Blade. There we go.
How do you counter a conspiracy? By starting one of your own.
Let's summon a demon, y'all. It's fine.
Just super powerful horse. I appoint the horse as my advisor. It's fine.
Oh gosh. I appoint the ship as my advisor, thank you very much. Follows the Leviathan. May the Leviathan drag you down.
Yeah.
And raise you back up again.
Yeah,
Indeed.
exactly. But yeah, so you y'all have that conversation, and not too much later, there's also a crowd going a different direction, but this time it's more like parade formation, like people are separate, like they're being onlookers, to something coming from the Lapis district.
Damn it! It's a busy day.
I was thinking the same. I don't remember getting a memo. It's not a holiday, is it?
Well,
That's one of the custodians.
That drunk.
They just. Oh, if you finish my cup, that's fair.
Do you normally get memos for things like this? I would
Yeah,
like
I
to
mean,
know what I'm dealing with.
if it was a holiday, I would definitely.
Well,
Or there'd be there's a calendar in the temple.
What's a memo? Is that a type of fish?
Yes.
Wait,
they send you fish when.
why would
something's going on.
Aluka want a memo? I thought they couldn't
What?
read.
Why would you?
No, I can read.
Oh, you can? Okay.
Don't you eat fish? You all should eat fish.
Fish is
There's
solid.
certain fish that you eat on holidays. Memos are one of them.
Yeah, exactly.
I look down at my plate and I'm eating like a dried cod, like a salt-dried cod. And I'm
This
just
is the
like,
wrong fish. Give me a memo.
I didn't get a memo today.
Somebody quick, get a memo.
Yep. It's not a feast day of the Leviathan. No.
Well, then I'm out of ideas.
Yep.
Happy feast day.
But yeah,
Alright.
you start hearing coming from the Lapis district, the sounds of trumpets, but they're not trumpets that you would normally associate. They don't have that same brass quality to them. They have like a whistle to them, and you also hear drums coming, and as they're coming sort of coming this direction. If you when you look over, because I think you can see this from the bar, you see this procession, and it's the procession of the emissary of the Aslan Empire,
You made
aka
Alpha so happy.
the Lizard People. So in
Alpha's
front
having
there,
a heart attack over there.
What?
Oh, he's not even listening. Oh no.
yeah, Lizard People.
I'm fine. I'm calm. I'm cool. I'm cool. It's fine. It's fine.
We're
Yeah,
good. We're good.
In the front there is a there is a formation of 4x4 formation of these large lizard men or lizard people, I guess. They have they are probably 7 feet each, 7 feet tall. They're blue scaled, shining in the sun. They have big hammers, and they have bone shields that they're walking down the procession with, and they have armor that is it looks like bone and bone, but with the shine of gold, and they are adorned with this armor from head to toe.
Oh, I've
Fuck
heard
are
of them.
these things?
This is
I'm
the
like,
Aslan.
I'm standing up. What
I'm
the fuck
sitting
is going
down.
on?
and I'm leaned over my cane staff, and I'm staring at their bone detailing very intensely.
I feel like I feel like Vice is like eating at the bar and like on the bar stool with their ass, but like half laying on the bar while they're eating.
Strange
Because that's just so Vice.
Yep.
Question.
Well, yeah.
We only know humans exist, right?
And we've only seen humans.
So the emissary of the Azalan Empire shows up in the city with an entourage maybe once a year, maybe once every few years. They're not here very often. But they do people know they exist. Usually they're kind of just like they're basically a myth because only these ones show up. They're like people are like, they come from across the sea, and some people are like, that's crazy. They're just people dressed as, they just like have elaborate costumes. There's like, and then some people are like, no, they're like descent from the gods, and other people are like, they're demons. Why do we let them in our city? But basically, and for people who are native Sedefi would know this, they come here and they demand the supplication of the city and tribute from the city, and the guild and council's just like, all right, we'll give you some money and tell you to leave. Yeah, head pat and like, here you go, have some money, please leave us alone.
Here's some money, go away.
Yeah, that's a whole thing with them.
Vice is thinking about how they can get this connection. Like, how can I annoy people enough to just like get money? You know?
Yeah, for you, Kreta, being from the Empire, this is the lizard people. What is this? Lizard people? Because I think everybody knows like other beings, other peoples exists. Like I think like you know, the typical like elves and dwarves and ogres. They haven't come up because they're very rare, but they exist. Like
No,
even
they
if they're
don't.
just stories about them. But lizard people? What? Not even. This is a whole new thing for you. But yeah.
It's been a while since they've come through.
Yeah, it's probably been like 10 years since they've been here, which is why like this is like a big old surprise.
Here to demand
I don't
more
think I
money.
really appreciated their costuming before. It's fascinating.
What the fuck are these things?
Lizard people.
These are no costumes. This is who they are. They're the Azalan.
They're what?
Lizard people.
No, their clothing, their uniforms, their amazing accoutrement.
I don't care about their golden bones. Why are they walking through the city?
I wouldn't mind a golden bone.
Well, they're here to ask for supplication. They want respects to be paid because they believe that respect is due.
For what?
For their existence, I believe. I believe that they grace us with their existence and they receive money and then they leave.
I do not feel graced.
I don't get money for just existing. Well, I do.
I always feel great.
Out of character, it's a thing of like they come here and they demand the supplication tribute of the city because of the greatness of their empire. Basically, this is a very out of character thing. The characters know very little about this, but this is basically a thing of like they think they are the greatest civilization in the world, and they allow everybody else to exist. Is basically how they work. What y'all know about that? Probably bits and rumors of like, yeah, you know, they think they're pretty great.
It's about the same as us knowing whether they're real or not. They could just be in costumes.
Yeah, exactly.
So the city just gives them like a bag of rice, and they're like, ooh, and leave.
They give them like gold. They're like, here, have some money, and then they leave.
Have money, please leave.
Yeah.
It's probably not even much, to be honest with you. It's very much like 300, I would imagine. Like, they're more about the supplication than the actual offering.
Exactly.
Like, I don't think they really care about the offering. They're just like, we're better. Tell us we're better so that we can leave.
Exactly.
Show us how great you think we are.
Yeah, exactly.
It was the original thing was like they're a little bit based off of what the Chinese imperial tributary system was like, though that system's a little bit more robust because that system was like, hey, prostrate yourself in front of the emperor, and you also get trade rights, which are very important for a lot of the countries around. For a lot of the countries around there. This case is just like, say we're great, give us your money, and we won't invade you. Is basically how they're going about that. Behind this formation of warriors, there is a massive palanquin. Like, it's kind of if for anybody who's seen 300, it's the massive throne that Xerxes is on.
Hell yeah.
Kind of that same concept.
Do we have a giant gross frog doing the Xerxes pose as well?
Is it?
We'll get to that.
Is this palanquin made of bones, or is it made like opulently? Does it look primitive, or?
It's opulent. Like, it is made of silver and gold. Like, it looks like the stairs to it are like, they look like literal silver bars.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and underneath carrying this are just, you can't see all of them, but they are just these lizards who are probably about half the height of the like lizard warriors that are in front of them, that are all just like moving in unison, moving this palanquin forward. And on top, sitting on the throne, looking like a combination of Xerxes and Jabba the Hutt.
Hell yeah.
Is this massive bloated lizard. And they have like a tent. This lizard has like those same small lizards next to them, that are running around. Like, one of them is speaking to this massive lizard who has like a bone crown on their head, and is crackling with energy, as they move down.
Love it.
If they cause trouble in my city, I'm going to have a lot of skin to make a lot of boots.
Oh, I probably would not instigate them. That frog looks like he could drop you into a pit with a giant monster and a pig man.
Keika is looking at the one crackling with energy, they wonder what that energy might taste like.
I lean over to Iluka and I'm like, do you think we could cook them? Lizard is generally pretty good.
Luca's just thinking in memes right now, and right now the meme that comes to mind is, men, what's stopping you from looking like this?
Looking like a fat Jabba the Hutt Xerxes.
Yep.
I mean,
lizard Jabba the Hutt Xerxes. Great combinations of things. And
I just enjoyed the fanfare and the parade of it all. I'm kind of like, I don't know, I'm smiling a little bit. Like, it's a little fun for me, just the situation.
The small like attendants and the ones who are carrying the palanquin are all at green scales, and the massive crackling energy one that's on the throne is orange.
It barely looks like you can move. I could feed a lot of people.
I bet it would be very fatty, not exceptionally delicious.
No, you cook. Yeah, you peel the muscle away from the fat, and you cook it in the fat, but you keep the meat.
that is the luxury of opulence. You can be fat. It is a gift of your station.
That sounds like a horrible gift.
It's not. If you can afford food, you deserve to be fat.
I don't want to be fat.
Of course, you're a peasant. You would understand.
I'm not a peasant.
We will agree to disagree.
I may not be as rich as you, but I'm not as poor as him. And I point to Iluka.
Vice out of nowhere stands up on the top of the stool and is like, Vice will be fat so Vice can crush their enemies.
Vice has the right idea.
The palanquin passes by, and behind it is the musicians. There are a group of those smaller lizards. They have a combination of horns and drums. The horns are made of that same gold bone material that the armor of the warriors was made of. And the horn itself looks like the head of like a dinosaur. That's what it looks like it was made out of. And the drums, there's like it's not large drums, it's many small drums that each of them has that they're like hitting in different like frequencies essentially. And there's like also, and at the end before another formation of warriors are a bunch of are slightly larger than the musicians and the attendants, robed figures who have their hands in their robe sleeves and are just walking behind.
Quite an impressive display, though. I can see why they are so demanding.
So this may very well get me killed, but Vice is too curious to just let this go. So I need to run up to one of the robed figures. I'm like, excuse me, where do you come from?
Yeah, they you don't get any initial response, but you do get like people like you pass by people like, what are you doing? And then like you go and you break out, because it's like that thing where you're like, in a parade, like usually there's like a line.
Yeah,
and, like,
yeah.
You go past that and like it's very obvious that you're past it.
They're
like people are like, wait, what are you doing? And then because this is like in the back, there's the the lizard soldiers, and one of them just like looks at you and just like big snort and like starts lumbering in your direction. What do you do?
You're about to get a spear bud in the gut.
It happens. So when I speak to the one in the robe just doesn't react at all.
No, it just passes by you.
Okay, then I'll actually wait for the soldier, and I say, hey, I was just curious about your people. Where do you all come from?
Now he gets the spear butt in the gut.
Not even a spear.
Hey,
like
I said I was probably gonna get myself killed for this. So
yeah, sure. Gosh, I don't think this lizard understands you. I don't think it speaks any language that you speak.
They come to our city and they can't even speak our language?
Not the rank and file soldiers.
Yeah, exactly. Not that you would know this anyway.
Right.
Out of character you know this, but in character you're like, I don't know that. But yeah, this thing like looks at you and just like looks down at you. It's just like snorts again and says something in a language you do not understand.
Okay, so if they're just speaking another language, I kind of like shrug and give up and like come back in, and I'm like, they don't even speak our language. Like all upset.
Yeah, which might give credence to the whole like maybe they aren't just people in costumes thing, because it's the language. Also, the language it spoke was like it is it was
incompatible with the
Yeah.
human mouth.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Like the sounds that we can make
you-
are not those sounds.
You could not make those sounds. It is
Yeah.
not possible for you to make those sounds.
Right.
Well, it is with a lot of practice, but...
It just kind of growled and snorted at me a lot.
When you're
Very
a ranger,
confused.
you learn some things. Alright, I don't care about these people, so... if they cause trouble, then their hides are mine.
I mean, they
but-
don't look like they're causing trouble or anything. I just want to know what they were all about.
No, they just look stupid.
That is okay.
That's very culturally sensitive of you. Oh, those new people look dumb.
I thought they looked quite amazing, actually.
I'm quite fond of
Look,
third.
I enjoy the colors, but I hate them throwing around all that gold and silver.
At Vice's comment, Calliope just raises a brow. Weren't you the one just criticizing them for not speaking your language?
Yes, that's why it's so funny. Look, I never claimed to be consistent.
Fair.
Yeah.
I have,
Yeah, it checks out.
I have nothing against like how they look, except for the fat one. With how they look, their skin's very pretty. They make very nice boots, but they should not be toting around all that gold needlessly. It's just stupid.
Well, when you have gold, you will understand the need to tote it around. Calliope says, showing off their gold jewelry.
I do
Sure,
understand it from a
whatever.
certain point of view, to be totally honest with you, though. It kind of makes sense if you have a lot of money to make sure that people know that you have a lot of money for various different reasons.
It is the
If you're
same.
going into a negotiation, it puts you in a place of power, I suppose.
It is the same as flaunting your health with excess girth. One will not know that you are able to afford food if you are not fat.
That's... You can't move around if you're that.
He seems to be moving around just fine.
He's not moving around. They're moving
Those little
him around
lizards are
for him.
moving him just fine. He is not having any difficulty at all.
He can't move himself.
He does not need to move himself. He is rich.
I don't want other people moving me for me. I want to move where I want to go.
Spoken
Tell me
like
when
a
the character on my T-shirt appears on screen.
It's just spoken like a true peasant.
I'm not peasant.
Okay, dear.
Face is bored with the whole thing already and is now like back over to his bar seat and like laying on the bar eating food again.
Good. Yeah, eventually, like, the crowd, like, the whole procession goes by. They're headed for the Opal District. The crowds, like, disperse. Things go back to normal. But yeah, that's the 2 happenings in the city.
What fun.
What's fun?
Because it's not a holiday, you're right. There's no memo being eaten today, but there might be holidays.
I totally imagine like Aluka fake selling the city to the lizard people.
Oh god.
Aluka makes like a fake deed, just like 100 gold pieces signed on the dotted line. It's fine.
Oh, I would get more than 100 gold pieces out of the city of pearls.
I'd get more gold out of that. Yeah.
You're
I can see
selling-
Aluka doing that.
I feel like Iluka would try, and the lizards would just be like, "You don't sell us this city. We already own it." And then
You can't sell us something that's
Good point.
ours.
But Iluka wouldn't know. Iluka would be
That's
like,
true.
"Yeah,
That's
this
very
city,"
true.
And then just turns into ash.
Not turning into ash tonight.
Not tonight. Well, I mean,
Not
maybe
tonight.
the night's not out yet.
We'll
That's
see
fair.
how the rest of the night goes.
Yeah, exactly. Which,
Alright.
on the subject, we're a couple minutes from a break. We could do it now.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Let's
I'm
go
down
ahead and
for a
take
break.
Do it now.
Good. No, it's
Give
break
it,
time.
Jabba.
So everybody enjoy the chubby little frog and lizard people, especially the one on Outro's shirt. We are going to take a break.
Such a good friend.
Such a good friend, yeah.
I'll be back.
That's the Grand Vizier, definitely not up to any evil. So we'll take 5 minutes and we'll be back, guys. Hang around, stick around, enjoy the show when we're back.
Yay.
Yay. Break time.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Everyone else is back too, it seems.
Ooh,
It would
fancy.
seem so.
Yay, we did it.
We did.
I feel like I'm the last person back because I had to hobble my way everywhere.
Probably.
Just busted. Stupid foot.
So, we have a club to go to. We are back. I can't hear you, Rindus.
That's because I muted the mic. We're going clubbing. Hell yeah.
This is like clubbing circa 500 plus years ago.
Oh, okay.
Well, I have
So
I
we
have
all
fine
have our-
clothes, so I'm going to wear my fine clothes.
Well, no, if it's like circa whatever clubbing, then we all get our wooden sticks out and go find.
I have a fine.
I was
phone
going to say
staff.
gay orgy, but
Thank you.
I mean,
Yeah. So what kind of approach are y'all gonna take?
to the
so-
clubbing or
what's
Outro's
the
gay orgy.
Score. We're playing Blades again.
The
Yeah,
answer
what's
is
the
yes.
detail? What's the detail for this plan? What's your load? Nah. Though this is a little bit heisty, a little bit, but y'all are going you're gonna go to the Emperor's Club. At least that was my impression. To go approach the judge. Be like, hey judge,
Hey,
tell us what
Judge.
you want to know.
Get in the flask.
Yeah, so the Emperor's Club. The Emperor's Club is a club in the Ruby District for rich people. That's who it's catered to. It is a high-end establishment. It is near the Opal District. It is near the border between the Ruby District and the Opal District, so it's more convenient for the rich, as you might imagine. And it is from the outside, it is a two-story building. It is a little bit set apart from the buildings around it, which is a little bit strange in the Ruby District, because the Ruby District is generally very cramped. But this place, the establishment, they made space, basically, and there is effectively a gate. There is a gate on the outside. Like, there's like a tall wall with a gate in the middle, and there are some like basically bouncer types outside the gate for anybody who's trying to get in. There are other entrances in here, but that's the main entrance.
Vice is totally sizing up the bouncers.
you're coming through both Zoom and
Discord.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, you unmuted
You need to
him.
mute one of those.
I apparently unmuted the wrong program. Okay.
Well, there you go. Yeah, sizing up the bouncers. They are big people. They are big people with tattoos.
So based on like observations of how they look at people, can I tell if they can fight? Like, are they looking at ways to like take people down? Are they
What?
looking at like good spots to stop people?
That's a good question. That, I think, in his own awareness roll. Let's do that. That's something that's like, can you get that look in? Standard.
Am I a worse?
You're not, apparently.
I just lost all of my roll thingy too.
Oh,
That
you
really
got a
sucks.
61 on a 43.
Okay, there we go. I figured it out. I must have minimized it somehow by accident.
Oh. So yeah, we'll make this interesting. You don't know if they're capable fighters, but you're like, I'm pretty sure I could take them in a fight. You're like, I'm pretty sure it could, but you don't know if they're like trained fighters or anything. You do
Gotcha.
see like the tattoos, they're not swords, is another thing. That's another thing you should put. They're not swords. They don't have like sword tattoos and stuff. This place is run by this place is run by the coins. The coins are one of the the Ruby District is generally run by 3 different gangs. It's around the swords, the wands, and the coins. The swords, you've met some of them. Roxani is a sword. They're like extortion protection rackets. They do fighting pits, that kind of stuff. They're the ones who are like, we have a lot of toughs in our gang. The wands are generally like smugglers and drug dealers, info brokers. They're run by somebody named the Magician.
Oh, that's such a cool
And then
name.
there's the Coins, which the Emperor's Club is run by, who they do gambling rings and other amusements. They run brothels. They do horse racing, which is Calliope why you know about them, because they run the horse. They, along with the rest of the dealers, run the horse racing that's out in the Emerald District. So it's the fancy horse racing as well as like the other animal racing.
So Vice kind of walks up because I feel like Vice would probably be fairly well known in the Bloodstone District.
This is the Ruby District, but yes, you're still well known.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ruby District. I didn't realize we had moved.
Yeah, this is in the Ruby District.
Okay.
But you're like a pit fighter. You're probably well known here too. I imagine
So,
your reputation precedes you. Maybe we'll see.
So I will walk up to the bouncers and be like, "Hey, how's it going? It's Vice. Can I get in?"
The two of them look you up and down, just like, they're gonna ask one question. This first question is, do you have an invitation?
Can I intervene on this?
Sure.
Because being an aristocrat, she's gonna once again resume the arm candy roll and be like, Vice, is there a problem? Why are they not letting us in? Don't they know who we are? And like kind of charm our way through.
Okay, alright, yeah, totally. Yeah, and you look like you should be here, unlike Vice.
Vice is my arm candy.
What are you trying to say?
Yeah, so Calliope, if you'd like to roll is it charm? Because you're just lying your way to get in here.
That's fair. I don't know if
you are just straight up lying.
I don't know if I would be as good lying, but
So if you want to lie, I can lie.
Yeah, this is definitely
And
guile.
Calliope can help. So I feel like
Calliope, do you have guile?
I don't have guile, which is why I was hoping using my charms would.
Yeah, I'm like looking at the skills because charm is used to please other with flattery and pleasing words. So modify, yeah, like you could do it. It's just like, God, I wish you could help with other skills. Could help other skills, but they can't. Generally.
Yeah, and I was like, could I use my charm to benefit it? But that's not the way this help system works.
Yeah.
well, that's all right. I mean, I can just roll guile as is and we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, you can do that. Like you have the arm can here. You're allowing you to.
Oh God.
Oh God!
Okay.
Please re-roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna re-roll that for sure.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah, that's a lot better. Gosh, should I roll? Nah, fuck it. I'm like, should I roll for them being like, this seems real sus.
She is hot though.
Well, it's more.
Y'all are trying to get in, and I'm just going to stand out front selling drugs the entire time. So.
Because of course you are.
I mean, don't stand out front. At least do the back alley like a proper dealer.
You did better than them anyway. Okay, cool. Yeah. So it's like it looks at you, Calliope. Looks back at Vice, just like. And I think what the other one like goes over the one that you're talking to is just like they like confer for a little bit, and they're just like, all right, we'll let you in, but you need to confer with the person at the front. Confer with they give you a name. It's not particularly important at the front. Before you enter the premises proper.
Okay.
So then they go to the gate, and they knock on the gate, and the gate opens. And the two of you, and whoever else is in your entourage, because you're a rich person, of course you have an entourage, is let in here. Which apparently does not include Iluka, because Iluka is busy selling drugs in the street.
Is trying their best to sell drugs on the streets.
Yeah, Kreta and Haikika, are you going through the front door, or are you going different approach?
Oh, I was falling behind.
Okay, cool.
I figure I'm probably with them, but I probably... Now, tell me, are we good enough friends? Would Calliope have given something other than the dirty rags that is the only thing that Haikika owns to wear to this event? Because otherwise I might be staying home.
I'm gonna flip a coin on this because
Sweetie, I feel like rags are all the fashion these days.
actually, no. I don't need to flip a coin because my order alignment is compassion. So yes, I would feel bad that you don't have something nice to wear. And out of the charity of my heart, I will give you last year's fashion to wear.
Fantastic.
Beautiful.
We are not even close to the same size.
No,
That's-
you're not. Not at all.
How tall is
5'3".
Yeah, no. I'm 5'9", so
Yeah.
But I'm also-
Calliope is short and curvy, so.
yeah, and I'm tall and lanky. This is hilarious.
fantastic.
I look worse.
Oh, like pay her no mind. She's a pet project, and we are doing the best we can with her.
Yeah, I think the bouncers are just like whatever. Like the person they eye is Kreta because Kreta is like
Do you get me?
bodyguard, but-
Do you get me a wig to cover the like octopus tattoo on my bald head?
Definitely, I offer one, and it is entirely your discretion if you want to wear it.
Yeah, what's the wig look like? Tell me about your whole getup.
Oh
I
my
want to hear
God.
about y'all's getup.
It's a tentacle wig.
Oh my God!
This is important.
What time period does this technically count as? I'm gonna Pinterest some fashion.
This is like 15th century, but like you have to keep in mind this is like Mediterranean, like think like Ottoman Empire, Byzantine fashion, that kind of stuff. Not as much Western Europe.
So it's like a donkey hair wig or something.
Yeah, exactly. That's, yeah.
Sounds about right. Donkey hair wig. Okay.
Yeah, donkey hair wig. We can get crazy.
I want it to be blonde because that's the worst.
Sure.
Yeah,
It's
it'll go well
platinum.
with the skin tone.
It's platinum blonde. It's platinum
Yes.
blonde. Yeah.
Platinum blonde to go with my nice dark skin tone. It's
God,
perfect.
These
They left it in the
pictures
sun too
are
long.
just not good for inspiration.
I love
Yeah,
it.
it's hard to find like good stuff with that. But, like, it's a lot. It's less like
It's very airy looking dresses.
It's
and
a lot of, like,
shawls.
yeah. It's very like it's much more loose clothing rather than like Western Europe, where it's like you get like more like things that are fastened and stuff like that.
Mhm. Yeah, so it's probably something that's green, and then definitely a platinum blonde wig and like probably a silver shawl to go over because I'm seeing a big theme of the head coverings.
Mm. Yeah. So
I'm wearing very decorative and colorful merchant robes standing in the streets.
excellent.
Because the type of drugs I'm selling only rich people can buy. That Black Lotus.
Oh, you're trying to sell rich people drugs. That might get you in some trouble. But
Kids,
we'll
drugs
see.
are bad. Okay.
Yeah, let's have you. I think there should be a role here of like
Someday, Kreta's gonna get like a call to bust this drug dealer. I'm gonna go in and it's just gonna be Iluka.
I think we need two roles here. We need one to see if you make money, and actually we need one first to see if you get stopped, and then the second one to see if you make money.
Okay.
And the one to whether you get stopped, I guess is Guile.
I
It's
feel
kinda
like it's you get to roll this.
Oh yeah, I would roll. That's true.
Yeah, it's a game where the GM
I
rolls.
roll. That's a thing. Yeah, I keep forgetting this is the thing where I do rolls as well. Oh,
It's
they
very
definitely.
confusing.
That's a 22 right there. Yeah.
So what? I need to do a guile roll and get closer to my number than them?
You would have to get a critical success that's better than what they got.
Oh
they
shit,
got a
22
crit.
is a crit. Damn.
Yeah. But yeah,
Fuck.
you roll a guile and see if you get like a.
There's
you
one
know,
number and it's
I
a
can't make
33.
you re-roll with those fortune dice. Can I?
You can't what?
Can I make you re-roll with the fortune dice?
Let me check. I don't think so, but we'll check.
Because you getting a crit there really fucked up my plans.
No. You can only reroll your stuff. You can't make me reroll mine.
Well,
Hey, do you want to
might as
re-roll
well.
that, Storyteller?
No.
No, as a matter of fact, I
Your
don't.
amazing crit.
I'm perfectly fine with this. No, I think here's what's gonna happen. I've got an idea. I got a good idea. Roll your bargain roll.
Bargain. Can I sell it to the cops?
You're gonna find out.
You'll find out. Don't worry.
Fuck! I'm re-rolling
yeah.
that.
Okay, sure.
There we go. That's better.
All right, there you go. There you go. So, oh boy. Yeah, you start like you set up, and you're like in that like an alleyway nearby, being like, hey, do you want some sweet black lotus? And you get a few customers who are just a little bit too willing to buy all of it, and they're starting to ask some very pointed questions.
Oh no.
And then you realize that there are 5 of them, and they're all surrounding you.
Where'd you get these drugs? Tell me about.
Yeah, tell me about these drugs.
Sir, you seem to be selling these amazing illegal drugs here. Would you mind telling me about these illegal drugs that you're selling?
Yeah, because one of the people is obviously masquerading as a noble, which is what caught you off guard, and then there are 4 other thug types who are approaching you, and the one who's pretending to be a noble is just like, so you're not the wand. What are you doing here?
Fuck! I'm on the wrong people's turf.
Yep, exactly. You're not the wand. We had a deal here. Who the hell are you? And if you don't tell me quickly, things will go very badly for you.
Oh, I'm very sorry. I am just a lowly apothecary from the Lapis district. I stumbled upon.
Don't tell them where you're from.
A small dose of Black Lotus, and I wanted to offload it because there's no place to sell it out there.
Oh, you are so far from home. Well, here's the thing.
Let us help you with that, Black Lotus.
Here's how this is going to go. You're going to give me all of your products. My friends here are going to give you a reminder, and you're going to go back to the Lapis list.
I'm going to eat Black Lotus.
Oh no!
So let's find out what Black Lotus does.
Black Lotus increases your willpower rolls by 10%.
Oh, okay, cool. Does it also give corruption?
It has no downside, but it might give corruption. It doesn't say so.
I think all intoxicants have downsides. It gives you plus 10%, not minus 10%. All right. If taken in large enough doses, it can prove fatal. How much did you take?
I only have one
bonus.
Oh, you only have one? Okay. Yeah, there's a whole thing about how
it would have been nicer to have 2 gold pieces, but shit. Might as well get high on my way out.
Yeah.
I mean, at least you won't feel the ass whooping they're about to give you.
Yeah, exactly.
It's an OP.
Okay, Deliriance. Here, it's under Deliriance. Exposure to Deliriance. The effects of Delirium immediately take hold within 1 hour of ingestion. For each dose taken, you suffer 1 corruption. In addition, each dose dulls your senses while putting you at risk for paralysis. When under the influence of 1 dose, treat all failed perception-based skill checks as critically failed instead.
So I
love this so much.
With perception. Okay.
Yeah.
Luca tripping balls.
Yeah, I Luca tripping balls. So
I beat it. I'm just like, it's no longer a problem now, is it?
So I'm just
make this Black Lotus disappear.
I'm still connecting this. It doesn't take effect fast enough, so you're still gonna feel the ass whooping, and then you're gonna have no idea where you are.
Yep, it's gonna be great. That's right, Zweihander. Drugs make adventuring better. Yeah, no,
so true.
The pretend nobleman's just like, you are dumber than you look.
Dumb or bold? And I kind of pack up shop and start to try to walk away.
Yeah, no, they're just let's you know what?
I'm
Let's do
definitely
a roll.
with Kelsa on this one. When you try to walk away, you have to do the Zoidberg and be like, woo!
I think there's gotta be a roll here because you've just taken them completely by surprise. They're just he's just like,
I bamboozled them.
Yeah, you're bamboozling. Roll some guile.
Should I roll a d60 to see how many minutes it actually takes for it to kick in?
Let's do that later. But for right now,
get a 1.
What am I rolling?
You're rolling Guile.
Guile?
It's a standard. You took them completely by surprise.
Oh, it's standard, not challenging.
Yeah, not challenging.
All right. Guile.
They just were not expecting this.
Fuck you! I'm rolling again.
Okay.
Yes, give him more.
Damn
ammo.
it!
Well, yeah, no, they close in on you. It's just like, I'm sorry, but even with that, stunts, you still need to be taught a lesson. And looks.
Oh, so this is where I get my ass beat, huh?
Just nods, just like, yeah, see, you understand. This has probably happened before to you, hasn't it?
We're gonna have to break your legs in advance.
Turns to the thugs, just like, have at it.
Usually he gets thrown in the ocean.
Yeah, I'm like, sorry, I'm much more interested in getting tossed into the ocean. Can you please do that instead?
Too late.
Too late.
Yeah, let's just do, I guess a toughness. Minus 20 toughness to see how destroyed you get by these four thugs. Okay, fine.
Fight him off, Luca! Fight him off!
Look at that!
I was gonna say you could try fighting them off too if you really want to, but this is no, like, you just get beat up.
Throw down!
I rolled a 15 and my rating was 18. Holy
I love
crap.
that.
Yeah.
I definitely feel like the answer is just let them beat me up. That's so why we
Oh yeah, no, that's completely fair. You go.
Nah,
down.
I know what fights to take, and sometimes you just got to get your ass beat in an alleyway.
Gotta know when to hold them and know when to fold them.
So,
Know when to hold them,
so
know when
you're
to
not
get your
gonna
ass beat.
You're not gonna get any injuries, which is good for you, but you are gonna be moderately wounded.
Of course I am.
But
Hey, the injuries are the real important part. Like, the moderately wounded sucks, but the injuries are, like, really bad.
Oh, the injuries are terrible. Yeah, you don't want to be injured. That really, really sucks.
Yep.
Yeah. Is there anything else? No, you actually, like, stood by your principles. You definitely don't get corruption for that, like, by standing by your principles. Roll that D60 though. Let's see how long it takes for the Black Lotus.
I stood by my principles to sell drugs.
Let's see how about tripping balls.
47 minutes.
47. Oh my god, you get.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
the
gonna get done this, and we're gonna come out, and Luca's gonna be all beat up and not know what the hell's going on.
I
This is
mean,
gonna
Yeah,
be-
I'm gonna know what's going on. I'm just going to be like, there were people with butterfly wings, and they smacked me a lot.
They're gonna beat. Well, they not only beat you up, they beat you up and take you to like the edge of the districts. Like they drag you out of the Ruby districts.
Oh, so you're lost too.
Oh no, we'll find your
it's
face
a
later.
Blades in the Dark game still.
They just throw you out. They're like, nope.
Wait, did they bring me to the edge of the Emerald District or to the edge of the Bloodstone or the Opal District, though? That's the real question.
Roll a D3. Let's find out.
Find which way you were thrown.
Yeah.
Ooh, the Emerald
The Emerald
District. I'm
District.
out in the boons.
Yeah, you get thrown out of the walls of the city. Yeah, what's up?
Very important, completely unrelated question.
Yeah.
That Azatlan emissary,
Yeah.
what color were his scales?
Orange.
Thank you.
Yeah. It was the warriors were all blue, the like attendants were all green, and the emissaries were orange.
I could only remember that the warriors were blue, and I was like, I know it was a different color, but what was it? Orange.
Yeah,
Okay,
no, that's
thank
fair.
We're just gonna find
I-
out.
you know what's the good thing about taking all those drugs?
What?
I'm pretty sure survival's a willpower. Nope, survival's not willpower. No. but I can smell my way home.
You can smell your way up. There you go. You just gotta smell the ocean.
Yeah. What colors are you smelling while high?
Oh yeah, that's a good question.
They're the same colors. They're just robust.
What's the smell of the color of your blood?
Yeah, I smell a lot of
your own
iron.
blood.
You're smelling all new colors that you didn't know existed.
Why does that blood smell so sparkly?
All right. So yeah, that happens. I'm sorry that happened, but that's what happens.
No, that was fun. I
Good.
lost out on 2 gold pieces, but still.
If
No,
you're gonna get beat
no,
up,
I'm-
I feel like that was the best way to get beat up. That was pretty hysterical.
Meanwhile, back at the Emperor's Club, yeah. So the gates to this place open, and it opens into a courtyard. It is a courtyard, like it has a fountain in the middle. Is like tile walkways. with like grass and like there's a fruit tree in there. I think it's like a lemon tree that's in there. And you go past that, and there is another gate that opens in front of you, and it is inside is this lavish room, lavish, high ceilings. There are like basically base booths is what we would think of them, but like they have like translucent cloths in front of them, and there are couches and cushions everywhere.
So like private alcoves kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly, private alcoves. Yeah. And there's of course, like the ceiling, there's just smoke because there are all sorts of drugs being done here. But before you can get into the room with all of these people of aristocratic bearing doing.
Yeah, we would find that person.
Yeah, they are in front. I'm gonna roll something for myself. 1 second.
And we're
Okay.
looking for.
You were looking for the judge.
The judge.
Yeah. Who you have a physical description of, but I haven't described it yet. But you would have gotten this explained. Like you would know who this is because you got the name. The judge's name again is Judge Tira Ferhat, is her name. But most people just know her as the judge.
The judge.
The judge. She is not played by Carl Urban.
But should be.
Yeah.
A weird tangent. I didn't realize until yesterday that Eomir is played by Carl Urban.
Seriously? Carl
Yeah.
Urban is freaking fantastic. That man is a treasure.
Yeah, he plays Eomir in the Lord of the Rings movies.
Dread is like one of the most underrated movies of the last 10 years. It's so good.
So good.
It's very good. But she is she is wearing loose silks. She has her hair in a loose braid that goes over her shoulder and goes down to probably like around like mid torso. Like it's black hair with like some gold jewelry in it. She's got earrings. Like she's very well adorned, I guess is the best word for it. And she has sapphire green eyes. And she's like kind of like standing near a few other like attendant types, like various people who like are dressed very well but are definitely there to serve other people. And she seems like kind of the head of these people, and she's talking to them. But she sees Vice and Calliope coming up, and she smoothly walks over.
So before she can even say anything,
Yeah.
Vice automatically is just gonna, because it's Vice, is gonna assume that she's here to like announce them to everyone. And he looks at her and he's like, "Vice and Calliope, announce us, please."
I'm just like standing behind him, and there's like a slow head turn.
She stops, she nods, says, "The Herald will come in a second, but first, before we do that, I would like to see your invitation. I assume you've been let in here, but I do need to see it."
I eat it.
So our invitation was with our drug dealer who just got beat up and thrown out of this. Let's see. What can we do here? Let's talk out our ass.
How do we do flashbacks in this system?
There's another way of getting around invitations, which she can get to.
Yes, I like Calliope can do that if I can't guile our way out of it.
I can't do that.
Yeah, how are you going to convince her that you swear you have an invitation, but I can't show it right now?
There's an intimidator.
So basically, here's what I'm gonna say. Haven't you ever heard of me? Like I'm Vice. I'm the famous pit fighter. I was invited. I'm on the list. They didn't say anything about an invitation though. I was invited at my last fight. Didn't you hear? I just fought the rickshaw the other day.
Okay, I think this will be a rumor because you're utilizing your reputation here.
Okay, same thing.
-10 on this. It's a challenging test. She's probably heard of you, but it's a thing of like That's a little suspicious.
No, I mean I'm sure.
Yeah.
Sure, it's completely checks.
Hey, we did it.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm also gonna roll for her just to be like,
I disagree. I disagree. You should roll for her. I feel like that's a bad plan.
It's a bad time.
I know. I actually know what she's gonna do. I'm gonna do the Blades thing of I'm gonna start a clock, and it's the y'all get kicked out clock.
Sounds about right.
Because I think it's more interesting if y'all are let in.
For sure.
But she's like, yo, she goes like security.
Like look out for those guys.
Yeah, exactly. So the crew gets kicked out.
So like I also like once she like decides to let us go, I like kind of feign being like upset at her. Like I'm like whatever.
Yeah. Which of course is just like, oh come on. The crew gets kicked. Yeah, so she looks you up and down, and she like looks at the mask and is just like, "Oh, of course, Vice. Yes, I heard of you. Who's your Calliope?"
This is my paramour, Calliope.
Charmed.
Slow head turned the other way.
Very divine favor you have.
And Haikeka just standing incredibly awkwardly in a very ill-fitting dress.
Blonde. Oh my god, it's so good.
I hope you don't mind that I brought my entourage along. When one such as myself travels, I often do not travel alone, and this establishment is of the highest quality, so we were hoping to have some fun here to celebrate Vice's victory.
Ah, if I may ask, what kind of entertainment are you looking for? I can point you in the right direction.
Well, I saw a drug dealer get thrown out just recently, so not that kind of entertainment. No.
I actually will look kind of like what the judge is up to and base our answer on that. Like, is the judge partaking of any particular thing, or like do I see them in the crowd?
I'm gonna say I'll need you to do an awareness to see if you see her. Kreta, I think you're probably. Are you looking for this? I feel like you'd be looking for this if you'd like to help.
I will help.
Okay, so roll that first. Roll your awareness first. It's gonna be challenging for both of you because like it's a smoky room and there are lots of
But I have such an eagle eye. Obviously, not at all.
We'll see how Kreta does. And all of these y'all still have fortune, so.
But is there a singer in the smoky room and the smell of wine and cheap perfume?
I see what you did there.
Thank you.
Oh. Ooh.
Alright, so I think we're probably going to do a reroll. How many do we have left?
You have 3 left. You're going to have 3 left.
Yeah, then we'll definitely do a reroll. So, Kreta, do you have awareness? Because I sure don't.
Oh, she just rolled it and got it worse than you. That was the thing.
Alright, so I will roll awareness again then. Hey, crit!
There you go.
Well,
Yeah, you see from across the room, you spy the judge. I need to describe her now. So Judge Tira Ferhat, the judge. She's a woman in her 40s. She's not Sidethi. She's Mathari. She's from the Covenant somewhere. She is like her skin tone is like a medium tan. I'm like writing these at the same time. It's fine. She has a very severe face. And she has hair she has hair that's like cut to around her like where her neck is. So pretty short black hair. And she's obviously doesn't look like a judge from here, but you got a description of her before, so you're like, oh, I know exactly where she is.
Mm-hmm.
She is. What would she be doing right now? Actually, you tell me. What is she doing right now? What would you like to be doing that she's doing? Basically, what does Vice want to do, and she'll be doing that.
Snorting.
I don't know. Maybe she's on some pillows and sitting around a hookah kind of thing.
Totally. She's totally doing that. She's got a hookah.
So I say, I would like to partake of one of the hookahs. I actually see my friend over there.
Okay, yeah, totally. And she like looks over, just a friend of the judge, I see.
Of course.
Well, follow me, please. She like beckons you to follow her. To the judge. Yeah, okay. So yeah, you're led over to the judge, and you like sit down, and the judge takes both of you in, just like a thing. It's the look of, I don't know who you all are, but I'm not gonna be rude.
Who are these strange comical people?
So like, to set this up too, I'm not exactly going to like just roll up and sit down next to the judge, right? Like when we get there, I kind of like turn to the escort and I'm kind of like, oh, thank you for leading us over, and like I kind of like, put myself between the judge and this person.
Yeah.
Before like all this kind of weirdness happens, and I'm like, oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, of course. And then it's like, of course, if you need anything, be sure to call me. I can actually give her a name if you would like to know her name. Unless...
Sure.
Okay.
That'd be helpful, just in case.
Yeah. Let me get a name for her, because y'all might see her later. Why not? I did not have my name generators open, so I was like, I don't need more names. What are you talking about?
You always need more names.
I mean, who knows? We could come back to this club later on. So. Yeah,
exactly. You could. It's fancy.
As long as we don't wreck the place.
Well, no promises.
This is a perfect name. Good. Sure. It's like, my name is Yasmin.
A pleasure, Yasmin.
Pleasure as well. Nice. Well, and she looks at your entourage, aka Haikika and Kratos, just like, they are standing outside of here, I assume, or are they going with?
No, they will stand outside. They are keeping watch for us, just in case.
At least let them have a drink at the bar, and then they can go back to what they're doing.
Of course.
I explain that they are my date's entourage. They watch out for her when I'm not available, kind of.
Yeah, she nods, just like that. And like turns to Kreta and Haikika, just like, if you would like a drink, the bar is over there.
I do.
Fantastic.
I kind of glance over the bar and then glance over to Calliope and Vice, and I'm like, okay, they got this, but I'm gonna stay in visible range. I will go to the bar. I will order a drink to be polite and not drink it.
Haikika will drink it.
I was gonna say Haikika's right there, so you're all set.
Is right there.
Yeah, I like you, the two of you being the Secret Service. Like, we're gonna sit at a surreptitious distance. Perfect. I love it. So yeah, there is that like interaction, and then Yasmin like walks off to go attend to some other people, and leaves you and Calliope with the judge. The judge looks you up, unless you're gonna say something first. The judge will probably speak up.
I say, what does the judge just?
Her first name.
It just says the judge in quotation marks.
I will put her actual name.
Okay.
Her actual name is Tira Ferhat.
Tira Ferhat.
I have it. It's Tira Ferhat.
I have it down.
Ferhat. Ferhat.
She has a nice fur hat.
She has a fur hat.
So I say, Judge Ferhat, pleasure to see you here.
I'm actually gonna roll for her and see if she knows who you are.
Yeah, and I will actually say like, it's a pleasure to see you. Like my employer, Mr. Bahar, sends his regards.
Yeah, she definitely recognizes that name. But she's gonna I'm gonna actually do 2 rolls, one for you and one for Calliope. Because Calliope, you're a priest, a custodian, and the custodian is a whole thing of the courts. So this is for. She does not know who Vice is.
Aww.
I mean, I feel like that kind of works in my advantage,
She doesn't know
In
who
this
either
instance-
of you are. This is fine.
Good.
she doesn't know
Oh,
who either
jeez,
of you
that's
are.
even worse. Are you sure you don't want to re-roll that?
No, I feel like that's better, honestly.
I want to be known. I'm rich. You must know who I am.
You know, I'm gonna reroll for Vice. I think I am gonna do that just because it can be worse for you, but not for Calliope. No, it's the same exact roll.
Oh no.
That's what I like to see.
Yeah, so she's just
And like, I'll start talking to her like we've totally met before.
Yeah, she recognizes the Bahar, and like before you start talking, she puts a hand up, just like, okay. Are you Mr. Bahar's solicitor, or?
Oh no, I do odd jobs for him, mainly getting information.
I could see if, the mask makes it a little bit different, and sometimes there are...
Oh, the mask is mostly my cover. And I kind of like drop into my actual native accent and I say like, oh, the mask is just for my cover.
Right. Do you go into a different language? Like, do you go into like Mathari or something for that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, she and she'll do that too. It's just like, I'm a member of the Covenant then. Well, I guess sit down. You've gotten yourself in. So, Calliope, do you speak Mathari?
I was gonna mark that one down because I still have that big laundry list of languages I know.
I do, but I'm outside.
Okay, cool.
I'm
yeah,
probably listening like a creep, though.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, totally.
And I'm just like, what's that, Mr. Squirrel? He say home's that way.
I imagine Hakika at the bar with Kreta, but like Hakika is just standing off the bar stool looking directly at the booth with the drink like just like staring at the booth.
It's just like, I don't want to be rude, so please sit down. But and I don't mean to be rude, but an errand runner and a priestess. It's a little strange, isn't it?
I mean, I've spoken to you before. I've talked to many of Mr. Bahar's associates. I'm no commoner. I'm a burger myself, actually.
No, it's just like, well, if you were one of money, then I guess you would be somebody I'd meet. Well, please. Then,
And my paramour, Calliope, is obviously a noble.
Yes.
She's well known in the social circles, honestly.
So well known, I haven't heard of you, I'm afraid, but please partake. And
You know me now, and you won't forget it.
She motions over to the...
Dang, high society burn!
Yeah, the thing about the judge is probably for the purposes of the rest of this interaction. The judge is also a burger. She's not a noble. Or she's not an aristocrat, I should say. This is a city state that's all about wealth. So like the aristocrats are the wealthiest. So.
She's a mushroom and swish burger more than a like barbecue bacon burger. So it's totally different.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Yeah, she's like motions the she's like, so what can I do for an associate of Mr. Bahar?
We just had a few questions about I'm trying to think of how to word this. I don't say questions. We just wanted to confirm the information about the processing of the forms for the ship approval. It seems like the ship had some trouble in port, so he asked me to come and check in and see what the trouble was. Was everything approved properly beforehand?
Which ship?
The Ivory Rose.
So it's like, it's a strange place to talk business, but I suppose we can.
Screwed.
Two things are gonna need to happen here. Actually, no. Let's just do a scrutinize. We'll screw.
It's all about
Did
the screw.
Wait, important question. Did they switch back to...
No, they're still seeking Mathari.
Damn it.
As far as I know. Yeah,
okay.
So...
I'm just gonna screw the whole conversation and try to pick up any, like...
Screwed it.
Yeah.
Screwed it.
Screwed him.
So you're gonna be at a -20 because it's a language you don't know, but you're going for body language, right? You're like, is she lying? Is she lying?
I totally with it.
Yeah.
Since I do speak Mithari, can I also scroot? Since we're specifically there to scroot.
I'm definitely scrooting as well.
You will have a -10 because you're scrooting from far away.
Sure.
Far away scroot.
Let's get them scroots on.
That's one.
Whoa!
Oh!
Hey!
I am good at what I do.
No.
Kreta's just get into it.
Good job, Kreta.
It's like, that bitch a liar! I don't know what she's saying, but she a liar!
I smell the law.
We will go through. So we'll start with our fails and go from there. Hi Kika, you speak Mithari, but like you're a bit far away. You just can't hear it that well. Like, and you're not good enough at like reading lips or anything to be like, I get what's happening. You're just like, ship, goat,
Goat?
Ish, pony.
For Calliope and Vice, she seems to be a person who's a very, like, she's a judge. Like, she's a very busy person.
Mhm.
So it could just honestly be, like, you guys, like, it's a thing of, like, it could honestly be a thing. It's just she doesn't remember because she's here to just enjoy her Vice and not Vice with a C, not with an S. Though that could be right. I don't know.
I don't know. Is she into pit fighters?
Yeah, maybe we'll find out. Yeah, she's like here to partake of the hookah and like not worry about her work. For you, Vice, this is a thing of like, yeah, if you're gonna go and do drugs, you don't talk business over it generally, unless you're the type of person who leverages people by doing that.
Right. So my body language indicates that it's partially like the judge in the hookah den, number one, like you know, slightly disapproving, like you're high society, like you're trying to be snooty and you're a burger. The nobles really aren't gonna like you being here, right?
Yeah.
And at the same time, it's like this is the perfect place to talk business because who would expect us to talk business here? You know, this isn't something that you just like come to the office to talk about.
Fair. For you, Calliope, it's just like, I don't know. You've met a decent number of judges in your short time of being an adherent of the custodian, and like they generally are this way of like they're overworked and a little bit just like, all right, let's get through this. But for you, Kreta, because you succeeded where everybody else failed.
I love that, by the way. She doesn't even understand the language. She's like, fucking liar.
This is a lie. I am the law. Yeah, this is a person of the law. She's a judge. This is suspicious AF. Nothing about this is right. She could be here, sure, but like, especially because she was just like, yeah, sure, I'll talk to these people, and then like, she definitely is lying. She's gotta be. You don't know what they're talking about, but you got that feeling. You got that feeling deep down.
So I probably do that thing where I just like I'm staring at the group of them and then just like hyper focus on them.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if like Haikika and the others would be like be aware of that kind of tell, but it would
definitely be like kind of looking in their direction every so often. So like if Credit makes some actual like indication like something is wrong, I might pick up on it. Maybe I can roll an awareness.
She takes a
sure.
drink.
That makes sense. Awareness makes sense.
I have that hunter's gaze.
I don't know if you actually said this, Rindis, or if I just imagined it from a half-heard phrase, but I thought you said she takes a drink.
Yeah,
which
that's
would be
that's her tell.
Perfect.
Something's wrong.
Because she never drinks. Like, it's flawless.
I do that. I like that.
Vice, you were so close.
I'm so mad right now. It's a crit too. I'm so mad right now.
That makes it a crit fail, no.
Unless he re-rolls.
2 points left, yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to re-roll. That's just... Oh, that's so annoying.
Unfortunate. Yeah, and it would have been a standard roll.
well.
Okay, it's
at
not
least
a
I
crit
just
fail.
at least I just fail. But
You are too absorbed in this conversation.
Okay.
With the judge, because you're being the primary speaker right now. Like obviously Calliope's part of this, but
Yeah.
like you're being the primary speaker, and like she has your attention, especially because she's like expecting you to take a hit of this hookah.
Oh, I totally will. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I reach out and I just take the cup back from Haikika, take a sip, and then hand it back to her.
Yeah, and like
I love
my
that
eyes
idea.
go wide, and I acknowledge what just happened here.
Right. Yeah. Calliope, would you also like to roll an awareness to see if you?
I have the feeling like my ancestors
yeah, I
were
need
over
to.
in their grave.
I'm gonna roll it just to see if I pick up on it, since he's the one making the conversation.
Yeah.
No.
Still.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well. Yeah. This Kreta. Yeah. They just are too absorbed in this conversation because you notice this. Like you do the drink, and Haikika. Obviously, Haikika is like, oh shit, but they are apparently too absorbed in this. Also, both of you are taking hits of the hookah. Take 1 corruption. 'Cause that's
Hell
just
yeah.
Drugs.
Drugs.
Drugs. They give you corruption. In this game, not in general. Do drugs if you want, folks.
It's been like 3 sessions since I've gained any corruption. It's
Drugs if
fine.
you want, folks.
I'm not gonna tell you what to do.
Corruption.
Just be responsible.
I have 3 order ranks. I'm all right.
Yeah.
As long as you drug responsibly.
Let's actually let's do this now so we don't have to do it later. For the 2 of you, I also need you to do toughness tests. And it's gonna be this is like high quality hookah. It's gonna be a challenging toughness test.
Challenging toughness.
Oh, to not cough.
Well, no, to just like not get super intoxicated. This is the resisting intoxication. Intoxicated is
Price is fucked up.
and this is over the course of like the
pass.
entire interaction, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So a couple things are gonna happen.
Y'all goofballs stoned out of your gourds.
So both of you get another corruption.
Hell yeah.
Yay.
You get +3 to your damage threshold. And you also, I need both of you to roll, 3d10 plus 3.
All right.
Let's do it. $13.
21.
So that's how much physical peril you take.
Oh. Oh no! I have. Hold on. I have the thing.
Where are you at?
Where
are you at?
21. That's well into the second one for me.
So I have some kind of thing for peril.
Me too.
Oh yeah, you I think you do.
But yeah, I'm well
is-
into my second one.
So that's 1, 2, 3. So you go down to ignore 2 skill ranks.
I think.
Oh boy.
I think I have a thingy though for.
You might have another thing that affects it.
Yeah, I think mine was the dead bodies, not. so
Oh,
much
impervious
getting high.
mind. So it's not this is actually physical peril, not mental peril. So
Oh, okay.
it doesn't do anything.
So that does. Yeah, that's not
Yeah.
gonna count. Okay.
Yeah.
So then I have to tick the 2.
Down to ignore 2.
Never mind. Mine is only like a peril track for injury.
Oh. Do you have like Dunderhead or something like that?
No, I have Blessing in Disguise.
Okay.
I also have
So I
blessing.
can
I'm
take a
going with
chaos
Dunderhead.
rank
Right.
in order to ignore it.
Yeah, I also have blessing in disguise.
You could use that. I think.
I
Oh, you have
remember-
bad ticker, and bad ticker doesn't apply here.
Well, no, bad ticker is not. I was thinking Blessing in Disguise, but
Okay.
it says specifically like what's it
Oh,
called?
yeah,
I can
have.
spend a fate point or whatever to ignore it.
I have
Right.
bad ticker as well. Does that add to the corruption because it's on a failed test?
No. That's only
for.
for fear.
Oh, okay.
That's only fear, like it's specific types of tests, and this
Mhm.
is not one of them. But yeah,
Okay.
y'all are fucked up, or you will be, because this is over the course of like the interaction. I just wanted to roll it now to make sure we know.
But I am gonna
What is
take
her
the.
condition?
I am gonna take the corruption instead.
Her condition? I don't know. That's a good question. I need to roll for her. I haven't actually rolled for her.
Everybody just
she's
being
fine.
goofballs.
She's super used to this.
Oh, what a champ!
Yeah.
Wow.
It's almost like she does this a lot.
What's in the hookah?
I don't know.
Black Lotus.
Black Lotus.
I myself know very little about hookah, so I was just using a thing of like, here's how it
I
works.
assume it's some kind of hash with some opium. You know what I mean? They probably
Yeah.
like coated the hash with opium, and that's what's in it.
That's what's really getting you right now.
Like-
Yeah, totally. And this
Seems
is
legit.
also this intoxicated condition is gonna last for 6 hours. Have fun.
Great.
Sweet.
Just real
Just
hot.
burn.
So they're real happy. Vice is like, eh.
Yeah, and it's like over time, but yeah, she keeps going. She's like, I don't see why it wouldn't have been successful. Is there something wrong with it? Did he did not bring it to the court, as far as I know, but which I mean, you make a and just you make a fair point about business. I agree, but he still is not brought it.
He kind of like he took a hit and he's like pointing the wand of the hookah at her. He's like he's like almost bopping her on the nose, and he's like, of course he wouldn't bring it to the court. Nobody's supposed to know.
Why would he do that? We both know that that's not how it's done.
And then he says, or then they say, it's not necessarily that it wasn't done properly, but things happen, and now there's problems, and we just want to figure out what's wrong.
Like, I heard there were some problems.
Ghosts.
They were like ghosts, man. It was crazy.
She leans forward a little bit. You wouldn't happen to know what happened to Femi, would you?
Ghosts ate him.
We're totally guiling this up.
Definitely didn't get stabbed.
You
by
mean
for
her.
it,
you're
man.
not just going to
Fully-
tell her what
Fully
happened?
intoxicated.
Yeah, you definitely didn't just murder them. It's fine.
Murder
Yes,
isn't the right
totally
word. It was
fine.
self-defense.
They're gonna screw the shit out
So,
of you.
so Face is like, I heard there was an issue. So I feel like Face isn't necessarily going to lie, but very omit the truth and be like,
It's an alive omission, which is
yeah. Face is like, Vice is like, terrible business that, throat crushed. It was a mess.
Only a trained fighter could pull off such a skillful feat.
Oh no!
Quite impressive. Oh no.
You know what? I'm keeping that because I feel like that makes total fucking sense.
Yeah.
You know, it kind of does.
Yeah, it is just that you expose
No,
yourself with a humble brag, like only a skilled fighter could accomplish such a dexterous feat of grace and
That's totally
fortitude.
exactly what it is.
Yeah.
That's totally. Vice is like, oh, some amazing fighter must have done that, and like pointedly looks at her.
Yeah, and she just like again moves back to her phone. It's just like, I see. So, looks at Calliope, just points at Vice. They're the problem.
I am not the problem, and he's still waving the wand at her.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not the problem. I was the solution. They were causing problems, and he's just like, it's billowing smoke all over the place.
They are a damn mess.
Because you know, they understand that like they totally got caught in a lie. So I'm just trying to explain it off as like, look, they were causing trouble and had to be dealt with.
And Calliope also super high. It's just like, bitch stabbed me, first of all.
It's like, well, if you're both part of this, I expect your friends over there are part of it too. I think that's gonna be a problem for all of us then, isn't it?
I shoot her.
I yell at
You're just gonna.
I don't really do that.
I was like,
You're right, I don't.
Yeah, shoot her.
Crowder's like, I'm done with
Done.
this.
Done.
law. You just go law. And that's it.
Yeah, pretty much. No, I'm holding off.
Yeah. Okay. Just like,
But I am prepared to.
I just yell at a tree, but it's really like the stationary guard at the entrance back in the district.
Yeah,
I'm like, I'm not part of this.
The guard's just like, get out of here.
Go home.
Go home.
It's too early for this.
Kick some dirt at you. Go home. Yeah, it's just like, look, here's how I'll put this. You come to the place I come to relax, and you start to try to interrogate me, a judge. Do you know how stupid that is?
Okay, this is gonna be fun. Face looks at her pointedly, almost like goes from like silly to serious and intimidating in like a split second, like trying their best to like hold their shit together.
Yeah.
You
And
must
it's like-
be really high because Face is in another universe.
I keep saying face now, damn it.
Because
I
you're
said it
being the
once.
talker.
I said it once, and like ever since then, I keep saying it by accident because Face and Vice are like so close. But anyway, so Vice looks at the judge, and is like, "No, the silly thing is saying that we have a problem when you're here with the person that punched someone's throat out." And I'm gonna go for an intimidate because that's way more up my alley.
Yeah, you can try to intimidate her. That's totally good to do with a person. Yeah, it's a challenging roll.
Yeah, I already have it set.
Cool. You can try.
You can certainly try.
Oh no!
All right. Do we have any left? I think we have one left.
May I?
Is everybody cool with me using it? Because I kind of want to
I'm fine
get
with
this.
it.
May I assist with a glower just from where I'm at?
Oh,
Just
I
looking at you.
can I actually point credit out and be like, look, not only do you have me, the pit fighter that punched your the associate's throat out, but you also have her, the Slayer.
Okay. Then yes. Then you can do that. Yeah. Now you can do it, credit.
I think her response is going to be like, "But you're stony baloney right now." You on the nose.
Look, I will fall on this lady.
Still -10 for you as well, Charlotte. At least you are sober. Unlike some people.
Look.
Intimidation.
There we
Damn,
go.
right.
And it's a crit.
That's
Okay.
all.
Oh,
Like,
the switch.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
she takes mental damage.
Oh, that's right.
No, this is your assist. She's
oh,
not your
that's
that's
your-
I
alright.
forgot. Okay,
But if you take that 3, it will be a crit. So
I will take that.
Take that crit.
yeah, what's up?
I was just gonna say, she didn't recognize Vice. She didn't recognize Calliope. She looks over and then she recognizes.
Right.
If not recognizing Creta, at least recognizing that she knows
she's a slayer. She's
Yeah.
aware. That's
Right.
something she's
Mhm.
aware of. Yeah. So like recoils a little bit, just like, well, you're more serious than I thought. A slayer? Really? Huh. Don't know how you swindled that, but well, if Bahar really needs this assurance, then Bahar really needs this assurance, I suppose. Just rolls her eyes. So what is it exactly that you need to know, Vice?
He goes on to ask like the details about who assisted with the paperwork, and if anybody else was involved, because they also need to be questioned.
Right. Other than, of course, Bahar and herself, who else would she detail out?
Well, Hector was involved, obviously.
Hector was involved, yeah. Hector was also involved with Dockmaster, and she refers to him. But she says, in the end, she says, well, in the end, this was a request, not by Mr. Bahar. Mr. Bahar is just part of it. This was a request by, well, I think you, and she looks at Calliope, I think you might know who this is. Hierarch of the God Emperor, Canusha.
I'm just too high to know who that is right now.
Yeah, it's like it was a request by her for this. So, that's, if you really want all the details of what's going on here, she's got it. But for me, it was a case of, well, doing something that I don't normally do and usually goes under the watchful eye of the companies and such. Usually nobody notices, but obviously something happened with that ship and ghosts and such, from what I heard. And I think, well, you seem to be the crew that dealt with that, am I right?
You are correct. Just wanted to confirm that you didn't have anything to do with it, because you could have ended up like, and what was the person's name? I forget.
Emmy.
You could have ended up like Emmy.
There's like, she just stares a little bit, just like.
Also, I would not recommend speaking of this conversation to anyone, because Mr. Bahar, of course, knows nothing about this.
I feel like that was a mistake.
Yeah, she's definitely not going to ask Mr. Bahar about it. Definitely not.
No. So I actually say that on purpose. Like,
okay.
He denies this
Right,
conversation
yeah.
ever happened, basically. Like,
Yeah, okay. You're bamboozling her. This. Okay.
yeah,
that
yeah.
makes sense. Yeah, it's just like, huh, right. Because you are so close to Mr. Bahar.
I've worked for Mr. Bahar for many years.
Well, regardless of that, there's not much else with it, for me at least. And Creta, to continue on from, you don't know what's going on, but she's definitely still lying. Whatever she's doing. She's just lying her way through this. Whatever's happening.
Since we already blew Creta's cover, I'll kind of motion those two over.
Okay.
I reach over and I take the glass again. I take another sip and hand it back.
Yeah.
As we walk over, sure. Haikeka is incredibly awkward. Still trying to pretend to be. Well, they're really not sure what their role is supposed to be. Because they don't understand like how nobility
Intrigue.
entourages work.
Yeah.
They are they're pretty hopeless, is basically what I'm saying.
So the two of you come over, you see the judge. She looks over.
I kind of quickly explained that the judge was just telling us that, and I'll switch back to normal language, and I'll say the judge was just explaining to us that these people were involved, and that of course they only signed the paperwork and blah blah blah. Did you have any questions for them, Credit?
I have one.
Yes.
And I lean a little bit forward. How did you learn to become such a good liar?
Eyebrow raise.
She just looks you up and down. Well, I think that would be the same way that you became such a good slayer.
Oh.
Practice. And dealing with the bullshit that most of the city throws at you.
It is not the bullshit,
And from
but
over from Vice's corner, like lets out a big puff and is like, yeah.
it is a lot of bullshit, but someone has to clean it up.
Oh.
Pretty good, damn. Well, is that it?
Well, I am
You-
going to have to ask you to come quietly.
She kind of chuckled a little bit. It's like, you're going to try to arrest somebody in here?
Of course. It doesn't matter where you are.
You're not even a slayer anymore.
I am the city's law.
Say it again?
I am the city's law. Much like you once were. Once.
No. Ah. Your banter is good, but unfortunately, the fact of the matter is that I am anyway. If you want to arrest me, we'll bring it to court, and guess who's going to win that one?
Your arena's the court. Mine is the streets.
You cut out again.
Your arena is the court. Mine is the streets.
Okay, yeah, this is do some intimidate. Yeah,
Yes.
try to intimidate her into just being like, all right, yeah, I think it's the same difficulty still because she's you have physical prowess, but also there's a social class difference in like.
I'm a
She,
burger too.
like- Oh yeah, you are. Never mind. There is no social class difference there. It's standard then. Just like she's just like a little cowed by your physical prowess, but also she's on her turf.
By the way,
Basically.
Vice is totally tripping balls, but like now that he notices there's like the threat of physical confrontation, they're like so they definitely like hand over the hookah to Calliope or like, can I hit something? Can I hit something?
We're just enjoying our time.
God damn it. Is that
There is one fortune.
So yes, there is one fortune left because I didn't use it because we ended up with a crit
Right.
last time it worked out.
I love that you have a 50-50 chance
There
at
we
it
go.
too. That's so good.
Nice. And this time she takes physical parry. She's gonna take mental
Oh yeah,
parry.
that's right.
Yeah.
1d10 plus 1, I think. Is that right? So
I have
roll
it
that.
written down
Yeah.
here.
So roll whatever the thing is.
Yep. 1d10 plus 1. 9.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. She's taken aback. It's like.
I'd prefer not to sully your name needlessly, so come along and peacefully, and we'll just have a chat.
Face is totally in the giggles face now, and he's like, "Your name or your face."
If
Fine.
you are able to answer satisfactory, then I will do all I can to ensure that things go as good as they can for you.
I will cover for myself, but I'll answer your questions anyway. I'm not one for violence, as it were.
Mm.
Especially not in here. We should take it out to the courtyard.
Let us go then.
The violence out to the courtyard or taking her away?
Say that again?
I said the violence to the courtyard or taking her away?
Oh, let's not be in here when we do questions, but she's also doing the thing of like, I'm still gonna be in here when we do it. I ain't going out on the actual streets, because that's a dumb idea. Yeah, she, like, gets up, and it's like, and she just, like, walks at, like, she's a woman with a purpose. She walks just, like, straight for the courtyard.
Yep. Right beside her.
Okay.
Shoulder
You go out. Yasmin just like goes over to you guys, just like, I'm not sure what's going on.
We hit it off real well.
We are. Okay, so this is now Vice because they're quite high. He kind of half kind of like pats and like leans on Jasmine. He's like, "We had such a good time. We are going out to the courtyard. We need to get some air."
Hands off of her, just like, good. That's good to know. I will be in here if you need any service.
Oh, thank you so much.
But yeah, you go out to the courtyard. Hi, Kika. You're obviously, you're the awkward duck of this. Very much the awkward duck of this. Are you gonna stay with the rest of the group, or do you want to do something else?
I think I stay with them. I don't really have anything else to do,
Okay.
except maybe just keep watch of maybe someone not coming to interrupt us in the courtyard.
Right.
Can I be walking past the courtyard at this point?
No.
Who let you in?
Yeah.
Hey, if you want, I can sell you some Black Lotus.
I
Look,
will direct everybody's attention because I didn't fill it out while we were doing this, but I was like, wait, there have been failures and stuff. Y'all are very close to getting kicked out, which is why these last rolls are very important. So there is that. But yeah, you're in the courtyard now, and she stands in front of you, Greta, just like, all right, so let's get this started. What do you want to know?
I want to know, how profitable is necromancy?
Okay.
I heard like a third of that.
Gotta speak up.
I said, I want to know, how profitable is necromancy?
Kind of blinks a couple of times.
Nice.
Yeah, sure. So you can scrutinize her.
Screw
Yeah,
it up.
totally.
screwed it.
Standard scrutin.
God damn it.
Yeah, she's just like blinks a couple times, just like, I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure.
I want to screwed it.
All right, yeah.
I'm totally gonna fail, but I want to do. Oh my god, I screwed it.
You screwed it. You did screw it. She honestly does not know what you're talking about. Whatever she was sold in this plan, it was not necromancy.
I'm like, faces over in the corner, and they are totally like, oh, they didn't tell you.
Yeah, she's just like, excuse me?
You didn't.
I'm not quite sure I understand. Necromancy?
Who? You mentioned before you were working with someone else.
She, like, yeah, that sharp sigh is just like, I was told, or I was informed, and I thought I was being a part of, was religious in nature. It was a, how do I put this? Well, at least as Kanusha puts it, to fill in that 7th seat.
How many gods are there?
6. In this city, 6. The 7th seat is there's a whole thing with the 7th seat, because there are 6. In Zweihander there are 10. In this set, in Sedef, there are like 6 that have primacy.
Uh-huh.
There are a couple other ones that like exist, like, you know, the Winter King's thing. The Winter King's not really a thing here. But in the city of Sedef, the important ones are the Custodian, the God Emperor, the Learner, the Leviathan, the Martyr, and the Night Father. And there's a whole thing about not having a 7th god, and that's like a whole thing where like people are like, the world is going to end because we don't have a 7th god, and we need to find a replacement. We need a new priesthood, like the 7th priesthood, basically. And like the College of Clergy, and Calliope and Haikika know this like in and out because you're both part of the religious establishment. Like the College of Clergy, they keep an empty 7th seat at meetings for that. Like it's like 7 is a very auspicious number, but also it's a point of contention. And yeah, you know there's a for you, Creta, you know there's a lot of superstitions around like 7, the number 7.
Gotcha.
Vice is like, what is she talking about?
Filling the 7th seat. I don't think the candidate for this seat is one that you would benefit from, or anyone would benefit from.
Look.
Your associate on the ship, the one with the crushed throat, he was a demon worshipper.
Well, that's disconcerting. I mean, this is really a necromancy business, and I probably should.
Probably.
Shakes her head, just like, I was told that this was something different, but apparently that this is not the case. Apparently, I have been lied to by somebody who is supposed to be above that, but it's not like that hasn't happened before, has it? Shit.
That, I think, is going to be the most important scroot I ever do.
The most important Scroot of your life so far.
So
I
far.
I don't think this is a Scroot because you already tried. You already
Okay.
you're in the conversation. Yeah, you already tried. Like she's like, from what you can tell, like you've gotten her to this point to talk to you about this. Like, she is like you gotta like kind of take her on her word because otherwise you don't really have anything for that.
So Vice kind of like takes the reins a little bit here and is like, you are not the only one that was fooled by Bahar. I also fall in the same category, and
It's not
they're a little bit
hard.
like a little bit of seriousness is coming out, even though they're tripping balls.
Yeah.
And they say, it is nothing to be ashamed of. Being taken advantage of, trying to better oneself or one's environment.
Good question.
Yeah.
I don't mean to interrupt, but
No problem.
does Vice scrutinize still continue on through as well?
Yes, Vice's Scroot will be there, and
Okay.
for you, Vice, yeah, she did,
Yeah.
like she is honestly like a little distraught about the fact that she has been lied to.
That's why
which happens when you're partway in a conspiracy, when you're
Right.
at the top. Like you get lied to. That's what happens.
Yeah, I'm kind of
She
picking up with
thought you were in
what's going on
charge,
now.
but
Yeah, exactly. Precisely. She thought she was in charge, but she's not. Like, yeah. This is somebody who's used to having control and having power, and realizing that it has been plucked from beneath her, basically.
So here's what Vice says next. So I will give you the full truth here because I think we are now on the same side. I have left Mr. Bahar's service, and I think you should be careful with your dealings with him in the future. Also, I think maybe would you be open to working with us in the future? Maybe assisting us or us assisting you. I think we could greatly benefit from each other's relationship with each other.
That depends on the future, but in the meantime, I'm curious about this Kalusha.
You should be. And she turns, it's like, I think we could help each other. I think that's part of it. You, like pointing at Greta, you could get deputized, especially since you're ex-Slayer, but we can change that. Not that you'll become a Slayer again, but, you know, actually be in the eyes of the law, all that business. But that
you can actually swing that law dick around.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, we could make that happen. It's like, Kanusha. Hierarch Kanusha. I feel like your priest friends would know about this. Looks like Flyby. You know the hierarch is the hierarch.
Of course, I definitely know everything about that.
Yeah.
She's like, I totally do. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In character, you know all about Kanusha.
Totally.
Out of character, I will tell you.
Yeah, and plus she's just super high, so it's like, yep.
Yeah.
Definitely know about that.
Yeah. I'm not going to specify too much now because we don't have very much time left, but, like, well, she sold me a complete lie, and apparently, especially if necromancy is to be done, I would expect that she's not as faithful to her god emperor as she declares herself being.
Which means I can punch the shit out of her.
I would be careful about that too. She is still a higher up of the Church of the God Emperor, and if they see you beating up somebody like that, nothing good will come, and I don't think I'll be able to really protect you that well.
Mm.
That's gonna be college and council business, and you don't want them getting into this for that. Especially not trying you. You'll probably be executed if you do something like that. Can you imagine? Just a slayer going and trying to kill a hierarch.
You have a different proposal then.
Do I?
Do you?
I missed the end part of that. That's why I was like, do I?
That was a question mark at the end.
Oh. I don't. Unfortunately. Unless you can get something public out there that, you know, shows them as some sort of apostate or something along those lines.
That is what we are working on.
No, it's just like, good.
We have most
that is the case, I will try to help you, but my knowledge basis is the legal world, not the world of the gods. So, but we can help each other, and there are some things that I would ask of you if we're going to have this relationship.
Of course, I am happy to find ourselves no longer at odds, and now the reverse.
If we are going to work together, who are you? And points at Haikika. Who are you?
Who is this strange woman wearing this gaudy wig?
Yeah.
On the beer, she's like,
Hakika's like obviously a noble.
I'm gonna be so happy if people do mistake Hakika for a noble, and the undersized outfit she's wearing right now suddenly becomes super popular among them.
Oh my gosh, that would be absolutely hilarious.
Would you like to roll a disguise to make that happen?
Last year's.
Actually, it's disguise a specialist skill probably, but you can still roll it because you can roll.
Disguise has a star next to it, which
Yeah,
means
so
I can
that
still
means-
roll it even though I don't have it, right?
But it will flip to fail. Yeah,
Okay.
if I remember
Sure.
correctly how special skills work.
That's fine. I'm gonna roll it because it'd be hilarious if that happened, but also accurate if it doesn't.
Yeah, I would say it's also challenging because you're not a noble.
I'm not. I'm really not.
Look, if it happens, it'll be awesome.
Yeah, if
That's
it happens,
true.
it'll be awesome. If it doesn't, it's...
Nice.
Well then.
Mhm.
You did it.
you did it, fam.
That's one way to do it.
Calliope has trained me. What am I supposed to say?
Oh God.
You're muted,
Whatever.
right?
What's that?
Yeah, go
You were
ahead.
muted.
I'm not muted.
Not anymore.
I wasn't muted before. What?
You looked like you were talking. and
Oh
then you
no.
weren't. Everything's fine now.
Whatever I tell you, it is the most convincing thing. I can't think of words now. I'm still amazed. You say it and it's great.
Yep.
Yeah, you. Let's get a family name that you would use.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, let's give you a family name. That you impersonate. All right.
Hakika
Moroccan.
Humaha.
More Moroccan name. You would be the family. Ooh, this is a cool one. The family. Zrika.
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 Yeah.
Zrika.
Yeah. So you're
Zrika.
like you. We can actually give you a full name because fuck it, why not?
Why not? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going ham here.
Yeah, we'll do. It's gonna be. Yeah, whole ass name because why not? Because this can be fun.
I mean, look at that match.
This is so your full name that you use here is Nawar Al-Barkadjrika.
Noir Albercadrika,
Yeah.
a member of Miss Calliope's entourage. And
Yeah,
I give that perfect curtsy that you have got me practicing.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh.
Vice kind of like looks at Haikika and then looks at the judge and looks at Haikika and like falls over.
And the
And Luke is
just,
pretending to be a bird somewhere.
judge just. A pleasure to meet you. House Strika is very well regarded in the courts. Smiles. Well,
As it should be.
well, having two members, two who are connected to the council will be good. Well, one to the priest, one to the college, and one to the council. That will be good. Ah, the wealth of this city really does flow here, doesn't it? So, we should meet later, not here. We should meet at the courthouse at some point, so I can get you, like, looking at credit again. It's like, get you deputized, and we can figure out our working relationship.
Very well.
Well, It was nice to meet the four of you. And we will see each other again.
It was a pleasure to finally meet you. Try to avoid some underhand business.
I will try to not get in the clutches of Kanusha again, though again I would warn, be careful. I think Kanusha has her own confederates as well.
Vice kind of like picks themselves up off the ground and kind of like walks over to the judge and puts their hand out and is like, I do apologize for initially coming at this from a aggressive standpoint. You can understand that we were investigating this necromancy and it is quite serious.
No, it's just like, if I cannot make an official investigation, but I will do what I can. Puts her hand out, like clasp it. It is good to meet you, Vice, and good to get your group in on this, I suppose, and take the wool out from over my eyes. And she's like, now, I'm gonna go back to what I was doing with the, relaxing.
Of course.
Enjoy the rest of your evening.
You continue with whatever you're doing. It's not of my concern. And she just walks away. She's like, I'm done here. I'm gonna go back to what I was doing. Alright, cool. And
Guys, we got 2 more contacts tonight.
yeah, and that's the session.
This list of conspiracies,
Right?
It's like connecting the dots. I'm wondering what this shape is.
Yeah, no, I'm very excited to see what y'all find, because I have the conspiracy chart in front of me, and it's really fun to just like go back and forth and be like, what do you all know?
Just like the camera in Saint's room pans out, it's like one of those crazy things with the frickin' red yard all over the place.
Yeah. I will just say that diagrams.net helps so much in that, because it would be such a mess if it wasn't there. So 2 things. 1, hey, who has corruption?
I do.
Did everyone take corruption this? Oh,
I did not.
I did not.
Did we
I
determine?
Right?
Did we determine if blessing in disguise could be used for the hookah roll?
Oh, let me check. Let me check blessing.
I got a chaos rank.
You did.
Hey, good job.
Page 33.
Page 33. Thank you.
But it just says debilitating injury or face death.
What rank for me?
I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if the damage I was taking was counting as debilitating.
No, this is not injury. Capital I injury is a specific thing.
Okay, so no. I wanted those chaos ranks, but it's fine. Okay.
But yeah, you should have 2 corruption, 1 from just taking the hit, and the other from failing to not being
I have 2. So it's a D10, and I have to roll
D10, and you want to roll above a 2 in order to get an order rank. Hey, there you go, perfect.
All right. Order
yeah,
rank.
so Luke is the only one who took a chaos rank. Chaos.
I mean, when you eat Black Lotus and get so high you wander off for the whole game, yeah, you should probably take chaos.
It worked out fine though,
a
because it
chaos
was
rank.
my turn to be the sweetie one today. So
That was a wonderful interaction. Just, I'm gonna sell drugs here, and then
That was
the gang,
so
and then
funny.
the gang shows up and just like,
what
"Oh,
are you doing? It's like eating my own drugs. Bye.
that was the best part, is that like I can just see Iluka and they're like, so give us your product and get the F out, and Iluka's just like, yeah, but just like shoves all the whole Black Lotus.
What are you talking about? My product is
What
ready.
Black
It's
Lotus?
What Black Lotus? I didn't. Oh my gosh. Everybody gets 100 reward points because you know what? At this
Yay.
point,
I
we're
set
6
mine
episodes.
on survival.
We're six episodes in, and I'm just like, I don't have a good system for making it because I didn't make this isn't a scenario I made beforehand. So like,
We're still
whatever.
5 episodes away from the intermediate tier if we do it this way.
I demand 1 billion reward points.
That's too many. Only 2 too many though.
All right.
Okay.
Everybody's dying.
I'm actually taking a skill dot and scrutinize because it's become so valuable to have.
This is what
I
happens
demand
when you're
900
tilted, man.
million, 999,999,996
One.
8 skill points.
This is what happens when this is a very social campaign. Screwed. Screwed it all.
Screwed it up.
Screwed. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the last episode is gonna be just all combat, and that's when like people will start dying, and it's gonna be real. It's gonna be real sad.
I mean, y'all just seem to like it's a thing of like you're just gonna come at people who aren't gonna be willing to talk to you. That's basically what's gonna come down to is people are like, yeah, no, we're not gonna discuss this. I'm just gonna have my goons kill you.
I mean, that's just when we have ice collapse throats.
So it's fine.
Yeah, just throw things at them. Throw bottle bombs.
Funny thing too, I don't know how, but Vice seems to be really good at social stuff, so I am down with that. It seems to be working out for them.
You know how you made your character very luchador professional wrestler?
Yes.
That's why.
Yeah.
That's why.
You're just like, because it's you and Kreta, and Kreta's the other side of like, I'm just physically intimidating.
Yes, I love it. It works out so well.
Guys, I'm sleepy. Let's wrap it up.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, outro, you start the outros, of course.
I am outro. I'm playing Persona 5 The Royal on my channel, which is /outro1. If you want to check that out. Otherwise, you can find me on Twitter at outro42, and yeah, that's about it. My foot hurts. I'm sleepy. I'm trying to go to bed. That's it. That's me.
Why don't we do Rhys?
Hello, everybody. I am Rhys Dragon. You can follow me at Rhys Dragon on Twitter. I do have a Twitch channel and a YouTube, but I am currently very, very busy with the child, so I barely do anything. But that is twitch.tv/Rhys Dragon and Nerdalgia on YouTube. And that's about it for me. You can find me here on Thursdays mostly.
Kelsa.
Hello, I'm Kelsa. I play role-playing games on the internet. I also sometimes sketch things like fat bearded dragons sitting on a little bench.
Hold on,
I'm completely redoing that sketch right now. I've looked up references for fat bearded dragons, and it's gonna be amazing.
Is it okay if I show the initial one?
Sure,
right.
Sure, go for it.
Look at this delightful boy.
No, he's gonna be so much better in like forever from now, but I promise.
Yeah, if you want to look for Azatlan, they're at the beginning of the humanoid section, and you can actually see.
They're like geckos.
Yeah, they're like
no. This is a fat bearded dragon. Trust me.
The one that I based it off is called a Tlaylock. They are the Zweihander version of Slan from Warhammer Fantasy. But anyway, look, fat bearded dragon. I'm cool with that. We do our own Azatlan.
Yeah, this is legally distinct Warhammer, so fat bearded dragon it up.
Fat bearded dragon.
I will share with y'all my reference here.
That's your reference.
Yeah. You don't need to share this with the stream. This is just for you all.
Just for our delights.
It's so delightful though.
It's wonderfully delightful.
Oh my god! Look at that boy.
Yep, okay, this is very much acceptable. Yep, this chonky boy is definitely what's based
Seems legit.
You don't understand the burdens
Kelsa,
of being rich.
You need to tweet that to chunky animals on Twitter.
he knows the burden of being rich.
It's chonk. It's big chonk.
Miss Diabetes.
Yeah. How do you know you're rich unless you have gout?
I've seen some fat bearded dragons, and this one is just to take the cake. I'm excited.
Nice.
Delightful. Anything else for you, Kelsa, to announce?
You can find me on my own channel on Twitch and YouTube /Kelsa Delphi. I play role-playing games, including one that Saint is also the GM for. Which is Republic City by Night, coming up on Saturday.
You also had a new game start this week.
I did. We just started a actual play of The King is Dead, which is a hack of Wolfram Zero Firebrands. So it's very on brand for me. If you've ever listened to anything I've ever done, ever. It's called For Love of the Crown, and we opened up with one of the player characters found as a ghost.
Oh.
Like that's how it starts. So I think it's pretty solid.
Smooch and ghosts, I like it.
Yes, there will be much ghost smooching going on.
Is that character the king?
No.
Oh, okay. Because the king is dead. So like,
I mean, the king is also dead.
The king is also dead.
2 ghosts. Okay.
And they kiss.
Look, I've read Hamlet. I know how the king goes with the king ghost. It's fine.
Yep.
Beware.
Speaking of beware, Saint.
Hi everybody. My name is Saintguard. I'm Rhys, your voice actor, game designer, and some GM of tabletop role-playing games. And you know, I also play video games sometimes. You know, over on my own channel, twitch.tv/Saintguard. We're doing. We finished Halo 2. We're playing Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All. We finally finished Turnabout Big Top, which is one of my least favorite cases in that trilogy. And we're going to be starting Yakuza Kiwami 2 this weekend, which is going to be a lot of me going and doing side stuff because it's a Yakuza game. Why would you play a Yakuza game for the actual story when you can play it for the mini games, and the side quests? Who knew? But yeah. I am also the designer of Republic City by Night, which is also a game that I GM over on Kelsa's channel on Saturdays. I don't think we're playing it this week. We have a person missing, so we're going to be doing another game I designed called There's Been a Murder, which is a murder mystery hack of Mobile Frame Zero Firebrands.
That was so fun when we did that for
It was wonderful. Yeah, it was great. The park ranger was an alien. That's the end of it. That was a great game. I loved that. It was a good time. Thank you for that, everybody. That was dumb and fun because there's been a murder. Yeah, you can check both of those games out over on my Patreon. I got one of those. It's literally just my username. You'll find it. If you especially want to read the rules of Republic City by Night, they're posted over there. If you're a patron, you can see the rules for There's Been a Murder. You also find me over on Twitter and Instagram. Twitter, it's at Saintguardly. There's an L-I at the end. On Instagram, it's just Saintguard. I post a lot more on Twitter than I do on Instagram. I post very rarely on Instagram. I don't have things to post. Pictures I don't have them. It's fine. Whatever. It's all good. Yeah, that's me, because I'm here on Thursdays, and then I just do Friday to Monday streams. Yeah.
I skipped over Shae, so Shae.
Hello everyone, I am Shae, a member of Party White Gaming. You can find me here most days, as I am in many of the games that are run. I am also an artist. I have just got my own Discord up and my own Patreon set up, and it's like 3 days old, I think. 3 days old.
On Twitch.
I do have my What now?
You have your Twitch up.
I do have my Twitch up. I am now streaming my arts on Mondays and Tuesdays. I am currently in the process of designing a character. I think I talked about this before as the game was starting. I will be open for commissions, and if you want to be a patron, you get like voting rights and or discounts depending on your tier. I'll have everything situated and start advertising this better. But you can find me on Twitter at JimShae. Patreon is Patreon/ShaeJim, which is supposed
not going to be confusing.
It's supposed to be ShaeJim. I don't know why Twitter made it JimShae. I don't. Just let me switch these words around.
Alrighty, and so to wrap up, hi, you're watching Party White Games. I'm Brindis. You're on our channel. You can catch us 5 days out of the week. Only Wednesdays and Thursdays. We are not streaming something, so or Wednesdays and Fridays. Excuse me. This is Thursday. That's where we are. So next time you see us, it will be Saturday, where we play Tomb of Annihilation. We are going to get out of here because Outro is a sleepy, injured boy. I can see him dying on screen as we speak. We are going to go raid Zweihander RPG, where the lollygaggers are playing more Zweihander. So if you enjoy Zweihander, get some more Zweihander. Zweihander it up, Zweihander.
Engage.
Mingos.
How many times can you say Zweihander in the same sentence?
Every time you say Zweihander, take a shot.
How many pairs of hands do we have? All right, bye
Zweihander.
everybody.